I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address, and now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. Just fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
There we go. It just comes back so fast, eh? All right. Alexza will be joining us, you guys, in about 20 minutes. Just know that one of our children is sick, and so hence a little bit of the hold up there. And yeah, so hey everybody, what is today? Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay, so today obviously is going to be about the 12-page letter, and Alexza, she can tell you again about herself for the people that doesn't know. The 12-page letter, Tara, is a letter that Kegan Kline wrote to somebody. And so Alexza is a former profiler, and she still does it, and a handwriting expert. So we're very all interested in to see what Alexza has to tell us today. And yeah, so hey everybody in chat. Let's see, there's some new people in here. Here are at least people that are actually saying hi and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if you're new. If you're new, thank you for joining us, and thank you for following. Or please like and subscribe if you haven't.
Please.
Again, we try to bring you the up-to-date, most factual information that we can. And yeah, so of course there's Deb and Adam. There you go. Say hi, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. This is Polygraph. Deb, do you want to do some roll calls a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah.
Say hello to Kelly Aaron, to Aussie, Crimezilla, Brett Decker. Hey, guy, haven't seen you in a while. Purdue RN. Hey, well, friend, how are you doing? See you soon. Ben, yep, I'm a soccer mom. SP74, Paris 07, Jill Mosier in the house, Sharon Parker. Oh, gosh.
I know
Remy
there's a lot.
Stuff is here. True Crime Housewife. Hello. Crimezilla. Hey. Christine Joy, or Freckle Joy as we know. Jessica Bishop. Hey. And let's see who else. Cold Case Reports. James Jameson. Sally Hiller. Sharon Parker. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Always fun. Never Silent is in the house. He's our chief mod, keeping everybody calm and under control. Hey, Tara. Let's see, who else? Ben. Hey, Ben. Did I say Ben? I think I did already.
Yeah, let's see it again, right? Ben times 3.
Mrs. Thing, 65. She's here.
Hey, Miss Thing.
Yvette is here.
Say this one 10 times fast.
Lighting the way for the vanished. Lighting the way home for the vanished. Lighting the way home for the vanished.
The Magician, Alex Wagner, Nicole's Product Reviews, Single Mom of 4, Lisa, Lisa the comedian, Mel Mama Michelle, JD, Josh. Who else?
Don't worry, Cordy, she'll get to you. Cordy's in the house.
Cordy's in the house. And famously unfamous.
Oh, there's my buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, famously.
How you doing? I know.
Just Kendra.
Ooh, Grandpa's
spooky Halloween greetings from Just Kendra.
I'm just going to quickly. So, Famously Unfamous, for everyone who doesn't know that's new in this channel, Famously Unfamous is a friend of ours, and when the Wabash was going on, Famously Unfamous was sending us the footage for what was going on there. He was basically giving us the footage because he just wanted it to be about awareness of what was going on. He's not really into the whole Delphi and the whole true crime community. If people really thought that he was, but he does have a channel. And I'm just going to go to it quickly here and drop the link here. He does have a channel where he does some lives sometimes there where he's like maybe in South Bend and he's listening to the scanners and he's following around where, you know, what's going on in the happenings in some of the small towns within Indiana around there. So
yeah, I love it. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I know. I was watching it a couple of times the other night, but I had to leave within a few minutes of doing it. But anyways, so I just dropped famously. Go ahead, Adam. What?
I was just say Cordy was in Delphi today.
Oh, how about that? Did they have some kind of a? Were you just passing through, or did they have some kind of a walk, or what were you doing there, Cordy?
Yeah. Oh, who's
Mrs. Thing 65 wants us to dress up and go live on Halloween.
Yeah. Me and Adam feel like we've already got our costumes on.
It's like I said, are we scary enough?
Yeah.
We should go with the Scooby-Doo crew.
I changed.
Marv was in Delphi today?
Oh, yeah, Marv was there as well, right?
Yeah.
So Cordy, did you and Marv meet up?
You went to walk Did Randy have an event today?
I think it was for another case.
Okay.
I think that Marv was there for another case. Okay. Cordy says there's no more flags in the river. We went to walk the bridge. Thank you for that info.
Because I was going to say, like, that was like a few days ago, really. Like, what, last week, I guess, is when the last day was. And perfect timing for Famously Infamous there because he ended up having to go up to his grandpa's and do work and stuff. And then, you know, that was really the last day of the footage because they were done now. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. But anyways, for Famously Infamous, thank you so much for everything that you have done for us. We appreciate that. And I'm not sure if you're at your grandpa still, but yeah, thank you for doing that. So let's see, maybe I wanted to let you guys know that I'm working on the merchandise for the It's a Crime and Shame channel. And well, you know me. Can't just do one. I have to do like multiple things. I love creating, but I wanted to show you guys one thing that I think is really cool, and I wanted to show you guys that if you don't mind, quickly, and just because a few things we wanted to talk about, a couple things I wanted to show you quickly. Okay, so there's basically there's going to be a Libby and Abby line in the collection. Justice for Abby and Libby. I remember when I saw that Abby and Libby, the socks shoe thing there, somebody had painted a long time ago or for Abby and Libby, and I just remember how beautiful it was. It was just so beautiful. I just always remember it, and so I showed it to Becky. Well, actually, I showed her this one. I showed her one earlier, but then I showed her this one as well. To let her know, because when it does launch It's a Crime and Shame, but then there will be the Abby and Libby line. I said that half of the proceeds for each of the sale will go towards the baseball diamond, towards that, because it's more than just a baseball diamond. It's a lot more. So just so you know that. Yeah. So Abby and Libby are, basically a huge reason why, besides Suzanne Morphew case, they're the second reason, first and second, I should say, because it was the first case I came across, why this channel even existed. And so at the end of the day, yes, and there's going to be at the end of the day mugs and stuff and shirts and whatever. But yeah, it's just very important that Abby and Libby always hold a huge part to why it is that we're here today and doing this. So just wanted you to know that, okay, guys? It's not ready to launch yet, but I just wanted to show you this and tell you what the Abby and Libby line will be about. And like I said, half the proceeds will go to, because basically it's through, it's through those third parties, right? It's kind of like they charge you whatever, and then they give you that little cost or whatever. So it's one of those things. It's like they'll say like you make $5 off of this or whatever. So what I'm saying is that half of that, if it's $5, it's $2.50. If it's $7, it's obviously half of that. Okay. So
I also wanted to, along line with that, the fact that, people comment about making money, but we want to do something with that money. And in the name of our show, in the name of everyone that watches, I donated my pay from last month to a lady who has inflammatory breast cancer and a $50,000 hospital bill so far. So I just want to thank you guys for making that possible. It's because of all of the viewers that was able to happen. So that's the kind of thing that we want to do.
Yeah. And to be honest, awesome. Go ahead, Adam.
I was just saying that's awesome, Deb.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for allowing it
on there. Absolutely. It's great. So you guys, even though that one it's bigger than what I wanted it to be, so I'll probably try to make it smaller. But just so you know, I saw somebody else do this on their channel. Instead of me always dropping the PayPal link or whatever, that's just one of the little QR codes. Okay, guys. So if you do want to support the channel, and you don't have to, but if you want to, that one's there to do that as well, besides super chatting or whatever you guys like. We all know that YouTube takes 30%. Anyways, that's the PayPal one. Because again, as we're growing, it's not just about us. It's about always caring about helping other people along the way. So no one can take our love and care away from us. Again, no one's forcing you to. A lot of the revenue that we get comes in through the ads as well, which isn't a lot at the moment, but still it's something. It helps pay for the cost of all the programs that I use and that we use. And, at the end of the day, a little bit of time perhaps, but we'll get there maybe one day. Their whole point is that it's doing an unselfish act by caring about other people. And that's the best thing I think you can do with your time, to be honest with you. It's one of the most beautiful things I think you can do. So with that being said, I'm going to take that down. Does Deborah Adam want to say anything more about the Abby and Libby thing before I show something else?
Nope.
Okay. Actually, I'll bring up this, Deb, 1 second. Let me just close this off of Facebook. I think let me just go into my files here for a sec. Downloads. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. I will bring it into this program. 1 second. Recover my products or no. Okay. Okay. Let me just share my screen again. Come back in. And hi. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Stop screen.
I was like, who's she messaging?
Hey guys. Yeah.
Let's go back and read it.
I know. I hate it when I do that. Whoops. Let's see here. I want to. Oh no, I know what I want to bring up. This right here. Okay. Deb, do you want to read this and then talk about what we were just talking about prior to coming on the live about the base and why?
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So at Venue 3 says the day they took Kline to the base, he told me that he was out on a medical visit for a health issue. I don't know if Miami County would have taken him to the infirmary at the base instead of a local hospital. But after seeing this video and having spent the past 60 days around him, he was my corn table hole partner, a game I invented to supplement cornhole. We use the table as a target instead. I conclude that he was there and helped his dad and may be the third person to stage the bodies where they were found. He has openly admitted to me in the 600 block of the Miami County Jail in Peru, Indiana, that his dad used the Anthony Shots_Shots profile to meet the girls by the bridge.
Okay.
Of course, we don't know who that is. Yeah, we don't know who that is. One of the questions that was asked on that show was, why would they take him to Grissom Air Force Base? And we do know that he was complaining that he had kidney stones. So maybe that's the case. But also, if he was going there for questioning, that makes sense, because that's probably where Doug Carter's helicopter would have landed.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know about this. I don't know who this person is, if they're for real or just somebody trying to.
Right. Not sure. We haven't, but so the Unsolved, I think I've seen this channel once before. I am going to drop the link for this person. So underneath it, what you're not seeing is where the Unsolved says, hey, can you email me and whatever. Regardless, if you want to do check out that video, go right ahead. So hold on a second, sorry. And then actually I feel lonely. Deb, get where you belong. There we go. Hold on.
Get where I belong.
I always feel strange now when I'm somewhere else.
You're a little feisty.
Deb's like, I was where I belong.
I know.
Yeah. I'm back where I belong.
My corner. Yeah. Oh, hey, which reminds me, Adam, Tom Webster, if you are in here. Actually, we're going to give him a new name, I think. We're going to, because you have a new name, Adam, and it's called Adam Glambert.
Who said that?
Tom Webster. Did you see? He doesn't listen, Tom. That's what I'm telling you. And then he said, oh, hey, Deb, something like that, right? And I said, and of course, I said something sarcastic because I didn't see my name anywhere. And I was just like, I think I'll hold back my tears.
Was that in a comment?
Yeah, it was in a comment because remember how we were talking about him and saying about Junior, because he said that because you thought like you sound like you were a mini me of him, so he gave you the Junior thing, and so I
thought maybe his name was going to be the Man in Black.
Right. So your new name is Adam Glambert, which I thought it was perfect because I love Adam Lambert.
I think that's so witty.
He's funny.
Well, I told him that I can be his Huckleberry Finn if he can be my Tom Sawyer. Aww. And then I said, no, just kidding. I said, I'm a free bird. Solo, YOLO. But yeah, so we're just going to have to think of a special name. We'll have to think of it together. A really good one for Tom Webster.
For Tommy Boy.
That reminds me of like a dictionary. I mean, it's a perfect thing, to be honest with you. But I remember pulling up Tom Webster and it said something about, I don't know, this dictionary thing or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's too boring. We need to give him something with pizzazz, something that makes him sparkle and shine too. So anyways, Adam Glambert, I think that's perfect. Isn't it? Right, Jessica?
I'll take it.
Absolutely. So going back to that message. Okay, can I just ask you guys in chat, one or two, do you guys believe anything about that just TK did it with KK? He was like munching Twinkies in the freaking Jeep while his dad was out hearing, and and what else? Anything else? Or do you guys believe that storyline whatsoever?
Well, I think that the Untold person who does the Untold video, I don't know his name, but I think that he had a very good point in that is, okay, first of all, we know Kegan Kline to be a liar, but why would you lie and place yourself at the scene of a crime?
Well,
unless it was true and you were trying to get, say I didn't commit the murder, I'll give you information. Why would you lie and place yourself at the scene of a crime?
Well, one I could think of is if they do tell the truth, they are dead people, regardless. That's
right. But then why would he place himself at the scene of the crime?
Because
then that attaches him to the murder, which would put him in danger, right?
Let me put it this way. For me, that's, I know that the story's bullshit regardless. Who was there? If Kegan or his dad were there, that's a whole different ball of wax. But if to think that it was just TKKK, and that while he sat in a red Jeep and stuff like that, I feel like that if Kegan is saying this and it's not bullshit, that people are just trying to spread a bunch of bullshit as always, that if there is any truth to it, I think it would, obviously there's a reason behind it. And whether he's trying to make people believe this, I don't know. I mean, the guy probably couldn't pass a lie detector even if he told the truth, because it'd probably come off as a lie too. So I don't really know.
So question, the part that you are having an issue with, I'm just trying to clarify this, is that it was just him and his dad. Is that what you're thinking? Because I don't think they said it was just him and his dad. He just said he was set in the car while his dad committed the murder. Right. Which could still put someone else involved in on the bridge.
Yeah. And it very well could be. The way it was worded, the way it came across, anyone would have took that as it was just two people that, were at the bridge, or they were at the crime scene. Right. The other guy, so even when the other guy in that one that you just read, Deb, so the way Kegan told the story, obviously it was only two people, because the guy that you just read about that article, he said, well, I concluded that there was probably three people, meaning he didn't imply anybody else, right? Yeah. Because he said, I concluded that there was three. Regardless, to me, it's just a bunch of hogwash horse shit. If that's the storyline of just two people, I don't know where to place Kegan or Tony if they're at the crime scene or not at the crime scene, but there's involvement there regardless.
Well, if it's not true, and it might not be true because we know he lies, then he's the dumbest liar on the face of the earth, because he placed himself at the murder scene.
Well, but that's only if it's even true, I mean, it just seems so absurd.
He's still even if it's a lie, he incriminated himself. I don't know why anybody would do that.
But but that would have to be though, Deb, that there would have to be truth to that from the beginning anyway, and that it just wasn't made up by some YouTuber, some sleuth, some person that was wanting attention. Meaning there would have to be actual truth to it to begin with,
right?
And we don't know that part, and it just seems ridiculous to me that, hey Alexa, it just seems ridiculous to me that Kegan would be talking like he is at all, considering he literally just got his phone back. And that honestly, you'd have to be a blooming idiot to sit there and be saying stuff like that, because your lawyer.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have to be the biggest idiot to be giving people that information. Anyways, so you know what? I'm just going to let things play out that way, how it does. I just hope it doesn't turn into a joke. That when justice comes, it better not turn into one of those joke farces where it's like, okay, we're going to get this. We're going to take this, even though this happened. But we're just going to take that. All right. Anyway, I can see Alexa over there. Hey, Alexa. Oh, Mike.
Hi, how are you? I am so sorry for being late.
That's okay.
As I was fixing everything, I told you, one of my kids, one of the twins is sick, and actually he threw up. So they're right here with me. So.
Oh. You have a bad flu? Well,
yeah, I think he got a bug of flu. I think it's the flu. I think he has something. So
okay. There is a little bug going around that lasts about 7 hours, and they throw up with it. My grandkids had it, so maybe it'll be quick and over with.
I hope so. I mean, we started on antibiotics yesterday, so hopefully the other twin is not going to get sick. Let's pray.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. I truly apologize for being there.
Unless it's a virus, an antibiotic won't help with a virus.
Yeah, well, the doctor said to start him on antibiotics, so let's hope. Let's hope.
Well, I was going to say, because we're not going to definitely keep you for no 4 hours, not even 3 hours. We'll let you get going with your stuff. So the faster, in a sense, you get going, then obviously the faster you can go back to your children.
We're sleeping, so. I'm good.
Okay. Well, we appreciate, like, honestly, this one meant a lot to us today. So appreciate that, that you did rush to do this for the Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be as detailed as I wish. I would have done it, but I mean, it's okay. But it's not gonna be as detailed as I wanted it to be.
It's fine. It's all, you know what? It's more than most of us have already. So.
I mean, some of the pages, there was nothing big. I just jump on the big things, and it's not gonna be like letter by letter. So it's more
almost 12 pages. So
yeah, it was like, it was so funny because I was like last night at like 3 a.m. like with my little light, like doing it.
Yeah.
It felt like one of those, like I was back in, in the university days doing my studies, like grad school work.
And feel free to share your screen whenever you're ready. Okay,
so let's start, and just bear with me because I have to stop and share because I mean it's 12 pages. Like, look at this. Where are you?
Okay. Alexza, can you please talk to people quickly about your experience, about yourself, just before?
Sure. I always forget to do that. Hold on.
Nope, that's why I almost forgot to, because I said something earlier, but I'd rather you say it for yourself.
Sometimes I might have to stop just because I hear somebody coming or whatever.
Oh yeah. I take a break whenever you need. Okay.
Yeah. So I am a crime and intelligence behavioral analyst. And what does that mean? We study crime. We study percentages to prevent crime, to understand crime. We also work with crime scenes to see if any, like when the detectives get all the work, everybody, psychologists and everything, to see what can we deduct from the crime scenes. So we get the pictures from the crime scenes and look at the crime scenes. What else do we also do profiling. We work with this forensic psychologists and psychiatrists to make a profile to see what kind of person we might be looking at. And I also do analysis. I do graphology, which is the reading of the handwriting, and I also do body language also. What the graphology is very interesting because it's basically, it tells you that everybody learns how to write. Obviously, it's something that you learn, but then it becomes subconscious, and we can tap into your subconscious by the way you write, by especially the way you work between the capital letters and the lower letters. So obviously, you know that the beginning of a sentence starts with capital A, capital letters, and then it should be lower letters. But when people start mixing letters and the way they mix the letters, then you can deduce about their personality. What do we look at in graphology? We look at pressure, we look at slant, we look at the baseline. I will explain the baseline, how big your letters are, how neat you write. In the strokes also, do you go from, for example, one of my twins, when he does an R or an M, usually you go downwards. You write like a 1 like this, and then you do it. He does it backwards. He goes upwards. So that's what we look at, and everything we put it together, and everything we can deduce what kind of personality the individual might have. So that's about it.
Yeah.
So let me start with, let me share. Let's see. Before I remember this. Come on, Alexza, you remember this.
And again, if you guys watching can hit the like and share button, that would be amazing for us as well. And Alexza, thank you again so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. Can you guys see?
Now they will. So let me take it off screen. So you guys, I'm not going to be showing any messages during the time that she's talking and explaining. Okay. I'm going to take ourselves off screen as well. So that way we can make it bigger so you guys can take this. I'll take the banner at the bottom off as well. Okay. Just so it's not distracting to you guys. And we'll let Alexza do her thing. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Hey Mel.
So, hold on a second. Let me bring this closer. Okay. Hold on 1 second because I want to break this. Okay, here we go. Okay. So we are going to start. The first thing that jumped to my attention was the KK. And at first I was like, wow, it meant Kelly and Kegan. And I said, okay, that's what it means. But looking further, I noticed that it is not Kegan. It's not Kelly, I'm sorry, and Kegan. It is Kegan and Kelly. And how can I tell that? It's by the K. As you can see in his, hold on 1 second. Let me just do this so I can see, you guys can see. And let me do, okay. If you can see it right here, you can see can you see that? No, you can't see that. Hold on 1 second. So sorry. Let me make it. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. So if you can see that, the K, like the how he writes his K, he almost like shades it, like this, the stroke of the K is downwards. When the one for Kelly is not downwards. I know for you guys, it's probably going to be hard to see it, but you will see it at the end. If we go to the last when he signs his name, we can tell that he's K. He shades his K, and you will see it. Like, I'll try doing it here. Hold on. I can't. Let me just do this. I'm sorry. I'm not liking the way. Apologize. Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not very. Okay. So we're going to go back to remember the baseline is the line. So we always want to look that people write on top of this. So this would be the baseline. So the letters have to be, obviously we have the upper letters, the middle letters, and the lower letters. For example, obviously a K. Why is it doing that? Sorry. Give me just, so sorry. Can you guys see properly or no? You see it okay, or do you want me to make it thicker?
I see it. No, well, I see it fine. Do you guys see it
Does
fine?
everybody see it? Because I just feel like no. Is everybody okay with that?
Desktop.
Okay, so is everybody okay, or should I make it thicker?
We'll just wait for the chat to see what they're saying. But okay. I'm on a desktop though, so obviously I see it a lot clearer than people that are on smaller devices.
40.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, so while we wait, I'll show you. So obviously the K, it's an upper. It's an upper zone letter. Okay. Okay, I can't do this one. Sorry. Graphologist, I can't do this. Amazing. Okay. So the way he's K is. So that's the first thing that caught my eye. Then the next thing.
Okay, Alexa.
Yes?
A couple people are saying bigger.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to mute myself. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
So I'm going to stop sharing. Give me 1 second. I apologize. 1 second.
Top of the letter there, to whoever said it, it says Kelly. So we want to thank Kelly for her letting us have it analyzed and being able to show it. So thank you very much, Kelly. Again, we appreciate the fact of letting everyone have a voice and doing their thing. So we want to say from It's a Crime and Shame, thank you very much. You know, a lot of people wouldn't let this happen. Honestly, a lot of people wouldn't want to show stuff. So it's really honestly awesome that we're allowed to do this and show you guys tonight. So you guys, please say thank you to Kelly for allowing this to happen tonight. I think it's a great knowledge, and it's amazing that Alexza can give her insight into it being being professional, and this is her forte.
Yeah, we do, and we really appreciate Kelly for trusting us to have this information and to share it with everyone.
Mm-hmm. And we also wanted to say that Kelly wasn't communicating with him because she wanted a boyfriend.
Yeah.
She was communicating with him and reporting to some law enforcement people who were involved. So she is doing her best to help the case in some way.
Okay, Alexza, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to call my husband because I'm a little not very
it's okay. Yeah, it's probably that magnifying glass, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, let's do it again. Okay, so
okay, you can see it, right?
We see it the same size it was like
okay.
original.
No. But it's different now. I made it. So I think it should work. Okay.
Yeah, the line is definitely bolder.
Okay. Sorry for my shaky hand.
It's all good.
So now, so we're gonna go back to the K. So obviously, so like I told you, his K, the other K, he go for Kelly. You can see that he goes like this. Okay, and I'm sure if you guys are probably gonna be like, no. Hold on. Oh no. Lord, today is not my day. What did I? I want to cry. Sorry.
No,
it's okay.
It's not like this is real where you're writing normally beside it. You're trying to use a program, right? It's kind of like when they get.
I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Oh God, Lord. 1 second.
Okay. Well, now we can definitely see it.
Yeah. It's much easier to read.
It's actually much easier to read. Yeah, I was going to say, if ever you make a mistake, Alexza, just hit the undo button. The arrow that goes backwards at the top there.
Thank you so much, hon. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I am so sorry. I am literally a mess today. Okay, anyways. Yeah, he said not to use the mouse, use my finger. So I'm going to start using my finger. So the K. So, no, please write. Okay, there we go. So Kelly's K, it's slanted to the right. I don't know if you guys can see it. A little bit to the right. His K is a tiny little bit to the left. So that's how I'm able to tell that the first K means Kegan. And why does it mean so much? Obviously, it means much because you can tell you start seeing the narcissistic traits that right from the get-go. Instead of ladies first, he writes himself first. Because another person, a gentleman, would have been Kelly and Kegan. So I'm starting to see his mindset, how he's thinking. Okay. Then we go about the smiley face. The smiley face that is right. I believe now I can play with colors. Right here. Okay.
Alexza, is there a way to make the letter bigger?
Yes.
So that people can see it closer up?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
I'm sorry to throw another
wrench at you. No. Can you guys see it like that? I made it bigger.
That's perfect.
There we go. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll keep it at 200, okay? Okay, so can you see? So the smiley face, okay? Now I can, oh no, sorry. My husband said don't use the mouse, use my finger. Keep forgetting. So the smiley face, it's curious because it's missing a nose. And you guys might say, okay, but what is that? You know, why is it a big deal? But when you draw a smiley face and it's missing a part, it symbolizes that something in his life is missing. There is a connection that is incomplete. And I know it sounds maybe silly because it's just a smiley face, but actually when you do drawings on a paper, when you do drawings on a paper, I'm sure almost everybody does it when you're bored, when you're waiting. It's actually one of the most telling signs that you really can get into somebody's way of thinking. So smiley faces, flowers. I usually draw boxes like cubes. That's usually when I'm bored or when I'm doing. That's my, I doodle. I usually do 3D boxes. So anyway, so then he goes, okay. So then he starts with the world is super high tech. My body it's very interesting how he starts with the in with capitals. That means that Vegas is something that's important to him. So that started calling my attention. In Vegas has a Tesla. I don't know if you've ever seen one in person. Again, in person. That IN to him is very important. They're so fast and they have autopilot. Okay, so we go down. Okay, so then we start seeing. Okay, so then we're gonna get to the S. So I don't know if you guys remember from last week with Sheena Cottrell, I believe Cottrell was the name, right? That again, the S, instead of looking like an S, right? You write an S. He writes it almost like it's a number, like the number 5. Not an S. He writes it like a number 5, like a number. And we can deduct again, people that usually do that have tendencies of addictions. Like I said, alcohol, drugs, and in his case, we probably know that he's probably addicted to food. We can definitely see it.
And
right? Sorry?
And pot for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there you go. The drugs and so every time, not every time, but usually when you see those S's, that's what it means. And believe me, I have seen usually those type of S's. It's like in 90, probably like in 95%. Every time I see those S's, it's completely right that somebody has an addiction. So this is that. Then we go down. Okay, we go.
Cordy pointed out he has a porn addiction as well. So
he has a what?
Pornography.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he's
right.
full of addictions. Yeah, and you can tell. You can definitely tell. And look at all the S's that he has. They all look like that. Look at this one. And Steve. Look at this. All of them. Not even one. I didn't find one S that wasn't like that. All of them look like that. And that is, you start looking at. And I mean, obviously with him, we know that obviously we know the person. So it's easier because we can corroborate that, what we're seeing is true. But usually we wouldn't know the person. So this is a big thing to know is, okay, we can start saying that they have some type of addiction. So that's that. Then we're going to go to, okay, we're going to go to here. We're going to go to the T, the TH, okay? So just start paying attention. Look, the T and the H. Usually when you write a T and an H. Let's do a baseline right here. Let's see if I can keep it straight. Okay. Oh no. What did I do?
Just hit undo. Just use your arrow to go back. Yeah, undo.
I am, and it's not working.
Oh, did you hit your
Here we go. No. I got it. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'll try it again. This is why I want. Okay. Can you see the line?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You see it? So like I was said, like when you write the, usually, but with him, I'm gonna touch on the H's later, but just keep an eye on the, and it's very interesting. Anything that has a TH, he does it like that, and we know that T's are, depending where people cross their T's, it has to do with ego, but just keep it at the back of your mind. We're not gonna go right now because I'm gonna show you something else. So then. Okay, so then let me go to page 2. Okay, let me go to page 2. I have to stop sharing and then I have to go again. Gotta go to page 2. Hold on, because they're all out of order. Oh, here it is, page 2. Can you see it?
No, it's still the same one.
Not yet. You have to stop screen and reshare.
Yeah, I think so. So let me go back. Page 2.
Okay.
And
then, yeah, just bring it in closer again, Alexa. Thank you.
Yeah. You can see it, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So this one, we start with let me do a baseline right here. Come on.
Hey, Cordy, I think Kegan was talking about your D cups in this letter.
My God, it looks like I'm drunk. Come on. There we go.
Do you want to discuss with us, Alexa?
I know, right? So we start with the yeah. And look at the Y. It's not a full hook, but look at the Y. It has a tiny little hook. Mm-hmm. Not big. But it's something that has started to call my attention, that it has a tiny little hook right here.
It's like the hook on some of his comes up sharp.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of like a fishing hook, honestly.
Yeah. And like I told you, anything, the Y it's usually more pronounced. But you can see a hook, and anytime you see a hook on a Y, I always told you, very concerning, because those people are usually liars, pathological liars. Run away. They don't tell the truth. So then the other letter that catches my eye is, I hope I don't go to prison right here. Okay. The P, the way he writes the P, you can see rebellion. He's rebellious. You can definitely see the N, how sharp the points are. That means that he's not an honest person. You can see, so that caught my eyes. Also, here, right here. Oh no, come on. Can you see it? Because it went blank in my screen. Can you guys see the?
No. What are you showing us on this one, Alexza?
No, can you see the letter?
What letter?
Yes. Yeah, we can see the letter.
The letter, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to do it like this because every time I do my finger, it doesn't work. So you can see the word damn.
Yes.
Okay. And look at those angles. Very sharp. Again, not truthful. Very pointy. Usually when you write, let's see, I'm going to do it with my finger here. Usually when you write, even, and capital, all caps. It shouldn't be all caps. It should be the first letter cap and everything else. So damn, very, very interesting. You can start seeing that he's not a very truthful person. Hold on one second. Are you okay? Okay. Sorry. Okay. So again, those very pointy, anytime you have extremely pointy, obviously you have to look at the context of everything, but very pointy means not truthful. He is not a truthful person, and you can see it. Okay, again, the T's right here. The T's, you will start seeing the patterns. The T, he does them very high. That means he has an inflated ego. He crosses his T's very highly, and they're not caps. So a triple D, okay, that D is very interesting because that D almost looks, can I move? No, I'm not going to be able to move. Let me erase this. That D, this D,
yeah,
almost looks like an A.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. It's almost like almost like an A.
Looks like a saggy boob.
Yeah, from the side, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you can see that, he has an A, right? So he has, when people do the A's like that, there's a little bit of paranoia. So I don't know, but I mean, they show signs of a little bit of a paranoia. Okay, so that's page number. Okay, so then I'm gonna go to the next one, page 3. So I'm gonna stop. Oh no, we can hold on. Let me see. Was there something else? No. Again, look at the D's. The D's are very, but I don't want to get into the D's yet because I want to show. Oh, here again. Look at this D right here. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next page. Okay. Page number 3. Come on. Come on. Okay. You guys can see it?
Yes.
Okay.
It says page 2 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be right. The second page, but the third one.
It's front and back.
So you guys, right? It's front back, guys. Okay, so that's why this one's 2, but it's really 3.
Yeah, it's right? Yeah,
Yes,
don't
that is
scare
correct.
me. Don't, please don't scare me. Hold on, let me just put this back. I have my page. Because we changed. Here it is. Okay. So first, I'm going to start with again the K. Oh, come on, Lord. Come on.
Yes,
come on.
Cordy.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, we have that. Let me do a baseline. Oh my God. Seriously, I can't do a straight line. Come on. Okay, that will do. Okay, so again, look at the K. This K, it slides a little bit to the right. Usually when he's talking about himself, it would slant to the left. Okay. Also, we can see again the S right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the S, they look like numbers. Okay, this D is interesting because I think it's one of the few D's that don't look like A's.
Right.
Okay, look at the O's. Remember what I told you about the O's? You can see, not too well, you will see it towards the end.
Alexa, can you remind people about the O's? Because a lot of people probably don't, maybe didn't see that one.
Usually when the O's, okay. Hold on. Okay. Usually when the O's are like this, like you can see on screen, are people that are very secretive, very also deceiving. And you can start seeing in the O's. And one thing I have to point out is in these letters, you can tell when he actually sat down and he was writing and he was not forcing himself, but he was very aware of what he was writing. Obviously, the first page, you can tell that he was very aware of what he was writing. And then towards the end, you will see that even his handwriting changes. And that happens all the time because obviously when you're writing a letter to somebody, you start writing nicely, you make sure that you have everything. And then at one point, you just let it, your subconscious comes in and you will see it. And you can actually see it. So pay attention of the style of handwriting right here. And then you will see it. I think by in 2 more pages, you will start seeing that it changes completely. And okay, so look at the O. So in the O, we start seeing a slight right here. You can actually, let me take it away from that so close, but you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I made it a little bit bigger so people can actually, I don't know if can you see it better? So you can see in the O's, he starts doing the little doodles in the O. Okay. Then we go, hold on, let me put it back to 200. Okay. So then to give him
Oh, it's like she froze, I think.
Uh-oh.
Or am I froze?
Nope, you're not froze, honey.
Okay, so it's Alexa.
Yeah.
Grammar mistakes and some misspellings, but it's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I've seen a lot.
Alexa, you froze for a second. We didn't actually hear what you said there.
Can you hear me now? No,
Yeah.
I was saying that I do have to praise him for 2 things. One is that for somebody that didn't finish school, his grammar, not horrible, not too bad. And there's not too many mistakes, spelling mistakes. I was expecting to see a lot more. I mean, there are some, obviously, but there's not as bad as I thought for somebody, that didn't finish school. So
that was exactly what I thought as well, to be honest.
Yeah. And also his spacing, like the way he writes is usually you see on people that are very organized. And I don't think he strikes me as very organized.
Right.
But you see the spacing between his letters and between each sentence is almost the same, very, very, very precise, very, very uniform, I have to say, I do have to give him props for that. So
yeah.
Okay, so you start reading. It's been hot and blah blah blah. And one thing that caught my eye is right here, my ex, right here.
That stood out to me when I read it the first time.
Because basically, that's an afterthought. It's almost like he was writing, and then he was like, "Wait a second, and I might look cooler if I write my ex."
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. Very, very interesting, because you can tell that was an afterthought. By the way, obviously it's not, it's not, and especially the way he writes. You know how he writes? He gives space to every letter, and then he very uniform, and this completely stands out. So it's very interesting. And then he writes, "My ex took everything I owned," and the O right here, owned, again, look at the end, deceiving. So everything I own, nobody took anything, because he probably didn't have anything.
Right.
Because the own, you can tell he's lying by the end. End, we have.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Adam, first. See if it's the same question.
I just have a question really quick, Alexza. Do you see anything interesting about the way he wrote the word problem?
Above the word including.
Yes. Right
it
here.
took me a while to even figure out that's what he was trying to say, because the way he capitalized the B.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, he's somebody, he mixes. No, that one didn't strike me too much. The one that struck me a little bit, it was the one before, this off Indiana.
Yeah.
This one right here, again, like so diminutive, like so small that you can't see. But the bees, he has, with the bees, but we'll go where you can definitely see the bees.
And I was going to ask you, is that you can see clearly that he's using capital N's in certain spots and then lowercase n's in certain spots. It's like the word own is in capital N, and then you go to the word right beside it, including, and then it goes back down to a small, and then it goes back up into the other word, another word that I was just looking up, like, so I find that very interesting how, because usually when you write something, you're kind of writing continuously, doing it the same, but he goes from caps and back down to lowercase for, words, the ends that normally we'd use all the time, and do it a certain way typically. Anyways, I was going to ask you just about that.
No, because it goes back to that. It goes that he is a mess. He's a mess, and that's why he's showing he's a mess. Because, like I said, people, when you write, you're exactly right. You're supposed, if you're writing all caps, you shouldn't be writing all caps, because first is rude, and number two, you shouldn't write. Since you're little, you're told you never write all caps. You always write the beginning of the letter of a sentence or a name with a capital, and then you use lowercase. But in this case, okay. So then another one that caught my attention, because in some letters he has no continuity. Some letters you will see them later, the B's, but we'll get into it when you can see them more. So another one that caught my eye here is, where are you? Oh, this P right here. Come on. Okay, that P, because it has an open loop. And usually I was looking at his other P's, and usually they don't have an open P. So whatever he's saying, and sometimes what happens is that when a person changes one letter in one sentence, then you have to look at that sentence, because it means that it doesn't apply as everything in his personality. It just applies to whatever he's talking about. So in here, he's talking my life savings when I get locked up. So when I get out of all, I will have nothing, and hopefully not be homeless. I love homeless, but anyways. So that P in hope, and you can see, again, you guys, hold on, let me see. Okay. Can you see it a little better?
Yes.
So look at the O. First of all, look at the O in hope. Can you see the little hook?
Mm-hmm.
A little doodle? Not hook, I'm sorry. A little doodle. And look at the P. So an open P. So the line, first of all, is not very straight. Okay, so that shows careless. And he's not very, he goes up, it's almost like he's not a blunt person. It's almost like when he wants to tell you something, he goes around. It's not somebody that will say, hey, you know, I need this. He will go around and talk about other things and kind of ease himself into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be that. Then, okay, hold, okay, thanks. Okay, anything that you guys want to, on this one? Because I probably.
Well, just to go back to that for a sec, Kelly, or I was about to call you Kelly, Alexza, is that too? When I saw that, I instantly thought, oh, there's his little planting of a seed that, you know, well, hopefully, like, pour me a little bit, like, so if you have some money, you know, or can help me out, you know, almost like, you know what I mean? Where
yeah, like pour me, yeah,
heartstrings of somebody, like, you know, would pull at the heartstrings of somebody that's, you know, kind of reminds me of really the Greeno thing, right? Uses people, but pulls at people's heartstrings because they're like, oh, you know, even though we all know why he's in there, but it's still, that's what I took that as, a kind of like a pour me, but here's a little planting of a seed. I could use some money.
But I don't think he thinks that what he did was wrong. I think he thinks that, you know, it's almost like whatever he did, it was nothing, and I'm just here and I did something, you know, I have no idea why they're giving me so much because what I did wasn't as bad.
Right.
So that's the impression I get. I mean, but let me tell you, I mean, we'll go, like I said, you'll see it more towards the end, but he's very smart and very manipulative person. And you can see it. It's really scary. But anyway, so look at the case again. The case. What I was looking and I wanted to see is a capital E, and I struggled to find a capital E. But anyway, yeah. So sucks here is I've been watching a lot of TV since that's all there is to do in here. Oh my God, poor him, right?
Right. LOL.
I feel so bad that I have to watch. So let me go to stop sharing. I'll go to the next one.
Too bad there's not like a workout bench in there.
I'm sure there is. Oh no, what did I do? Share. Come on.
I don't know the answer to Crystal Lynn said is KK left-handed.
We
I don't know
asked that last time, yeah. And I believe you said you thought he was right-handed, did you not?
Oh no, where is? No, don't tell me. Hold on. I will die if number 4 is not here.
It's the one that starts out my favorite shows.
You can't because you have to take care
I
of it.
know my favorite. Yeah, no, I know, but I have it as 4. Oh, here it is. Okay, my favorite show. Yes.
Okay, Alexza, can you remind? Because I remember what you said last time, but someone just asked again: is KK left-handed or right-handed?
You know, I didn't even look at that. Oh my God. Now you put me on the spot.
No, well, we did this. We talked about it last time, but I'm just not sure if you remember what you said.
No, I don't.
It's not like
I would say he's right-handed.
that's what you said last time.
I
So
would say he's right-handed.
I think all of us lefties would probably agree.
Yeah, I think he's right. I think he's right-handed. I would say he's right-handed. By the way he does his lines. I mean, there's some people that can no, he's right-handed. Because if he would be left-handed, his slant would be different.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, he's right-handed. No.
Adam, are you left or right?
I'm right-handed.
I'm left. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were left as well.
Yeah. And I mean, my husband is left-handed, so I can, and my dad, so I know about left-handed. I hate when they put clothes in the closet, how everything faces differently. Oh, it drives me mad. But anyway. Okay, my favorite. Let's go. My favorite. Hold on, offender. Did I have the wrong?
To be honest with you, I just want to say that if people go back and look at like Tony Kline's pictures and they see Kegan Kline, all you have to do is go around and look at which way he's holding the phone, which way he's talking on the phone. That usually will give you a pretty good idea.
Yes and no, because I mean, sometimes people do it even when they play. I have one of my kids' friend. He's right-handed, but he bats left-handed, and also he plays the guitar, and he plays the guitar with the left hand. But he's right-handed, so sometimes it's hard to tell. I mean, most people, yes, like somebody like me who is definitely 100% right-hand, right-handed. You can tell I do everything with the right.
Well, I was going to say I'm both, and that's why I can do like both ways myself. But the thing is that if you look at enough pictures with someone, not just one picture or two, if you scan them over, usually you can get a good idea which is their truer hand. That's what I mean, not just one or two pictures, but if you kind of continuously see that something's in somebody's right hand, chances are they're probably going to be right, I would think.
Yeah, even sometimes gun. I mean, we have a friend also that, shooting. I had a friend that I went to grad school with, and when we did the range, and I remember he was right-handed and he used to shoot with dominant left. So sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time, yes, you can tell. But usually in the handwriting, you can tell. Usually by the margins, because left-handed, obviously, they start a little bit towards the right, and also the slant of the handwriting. You can tell when it's left-handed. It slants a little bit differently than right-handed people. So, anyways, so we start with this one. Is this the one that I wanted? Can you guys see this one? Yes.
Yes.
So, is this where I want to get into this? Should I get into it right now? Okay, let's get into it. Why not? Okay, so we start with my favorite shows, blah, blah, blah. It sucks. And one thing that it started from before, but here is where I start going, wait a second. So look at the, Lord, here again. Come on, Alexza, come on. So the I, right? Let me draw a little baseline. So usually when people write an I, is straight. And the I is very important because obviously it's you. You're talking about yourself. So this is the way you see yourself. And you would think it has to do with you view yourself, like your ego or whatever, or your persona, whatever. But actually, no. The I represents, one of the main things that it represents is your relationship with your parents. Really? So you can tell the relationship with your parents. So with him, I started noticing since the beginning, since page number 1, that his eyes are slanted, are curved. Okay, some of it is non-existent in the top. So the top line. So, sorry, come on. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. So right here, this line means the relationship with the mom. It's usually your relationship with your mom. The line at the bottom, that is Oh my gosh. Then you guys are going to be analyzing my handwriting. I'm going to be like, wait a second, but you have all those words. And I don't, but. It looks like a 3-year-old, but anyway. So the top means the mom, and the bottom means the dad. Okay. So the top curves. Usually it's long, and most of his eyes. Look at this eye. Usually, all of the eyes, the capital eyes. Usually the top means longer, which means that he basically doesn't, obviously the curve, it symbolizes that he basically doesn't have a relationship with his mom, but there's almost, and also here at the bottom, you can see also that he barely has any relationship with his father. It's either they're very distant or non-existent.
Wow.
And you look at the bottom. Usually look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. And like I said, the top is the mom, the relationship with the mom, and the bottom are with the dad. And with the dad, if you see almost all his eyes are very short. At the bottom, this thing here, I guess the base of the eye is first of all, it's curvy and it's shorter than the top, which it means that he is very, very, very distant with his dad. He's never, I don't think, with both parents actually, but mainly with his father, and he resents his father a lot. But that we're going to see it in another letter, in another that. So then we go to another one that caught my attention, and here is where is it? Call of Duty, my order for a third. Again, look at the TH. In this whole letter, never saw one TH done properly. All of them were done like that. Huh. Oh, yes. Here it is. Obviously, we can tell that he's okay. We all know that when we write the word God, we always write it. The first, obviously, it's a name, respect. You always write it with a capital G. I love how he writes it with a. And he does a little bit of a hook too. Basically means that God, it says that he's not very religious. No, he's not religious at all. He doesn't believe in a God. He doesn't care about a God because, and you can tell by the way he writes God. Usually when you care about somebody or you have respect for somebody or you're afraid of somebody, you will write it properly or you will write it in caps. But in here, male, the word male is more important for him than God. Very interesting. Also, another one that is the F's. The mindsets. He's not a very easy person to convince. Although he has different F's because he changes his F's a lot, but usually he's the type of person that he is not very easy to convince. Like you would have a hard time convincing him to change his mind. He's very resistant, and you can tell that by that. Anything on this page that anybody would like to ask?
I would like to address something in the chat. Kelly said that he was an ordained minister. He's not ordained, he's licensed. And the difference is if you are an actual minister that's gone through school to become a real minister, then a church will have a ceremony and ordain you. Otherwise, you're just licensed to be a minister. That's the difference.
So he is just licensed, I guess?
He's licensed. He got a license, and anyone can do that.
Well, yeah, you can even do it online, right? One of those.
Right. That's what he did to marry his mom and dad, or mom and stepdad.
Yeah, but I guess he did it just for that because he doesn't believe in God. I can tell you.
Right.
He said he had married more than just like, he said he had done it already. He said, because I remember the person said, well, he asked him about Alaska. He said, well, yeah, you can't do it there. Because it wasn't like his mom and dad were the first one. Somebody said that they checked him out and said that, yeah, he wasn't. So maybe that's where you're right, that like maybe he's not ordained. Maybe that's what they checked out, and he's just simply got a Google license, and did it
right.
that
I
way.
can guarantee you he's not ordained.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's probably a certificate. He went online, paid his money, took the test online, and that's it. Yeah, but you can definitely tell he doesn't believe in God at all. Nothing. Like I told you, marriage is more important than God.
I agree, because I didn't grow up going to church and stuff like that. Besides when my mom just threw us in Sunday school and stuff to get out of our face. But other than that, I'm always very selective. Like too, if I'm talking about God, that gets a capital G. And I didn't even go to church as a kid. Like I'm not no church goer, but yet I know that out of respect. When you
respect,
God, like spell it like that, you put a capital G. So I agree absolutely on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's that one. Stop sharing. Let's go to the next page. That'll be number 5. Hold on, number 5.
And we're probably all little people in his big world. Love that show. My favorite. It's my favorite show, actually.
The little people, yeah. I used to like pawn shops. Those were sitting here watching porn stars. But he has a good life. I mean, watching TV. All that time to watch TV. I wish.
Oh, I know.
I had that much time. So sitting. Okay, so this one is number 5. Okay. One second. Okay. So again, I love how he says sitting here watching Pawn Stars is not a bad show. The actual shop is really small as he has. So I love how he likes to show off.
Yes.
Yes, like he's, he doesn't say that he's been there, but he just throws it there.
Right.
It's very small.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. So very small. So here again, the O's in shampoo. Look at those doodles.
I love this paragraph.
So again, you can start seeing. I know. So good. The O's, you can start seeing the O, the little doodle on the O. So you can start seeing, the liar. What a liar he is. And in here, another thing that start calling my attention is the D. The D's. And I'm sure by now you guys are.
Absolutely, Ben. I agree.
They drive me crazy. Okay. Look at the D's. Look at the loop. So the loop in the lowercase.
Right.
Okay,
those are the first lowercase D's I've seen.
Mm-hmm. And they say that that means that he's very sensitive to criticism. He doesn't like to be criticized. He's very sensitive. Like you can do whatever to him, like you can say anything, but if you criticize him, he gets very offended. And I think it has to go with childhood because you will see them later. You will see when we get into when he talks about his childhood. So I think
that fits the narcissistic personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he doesn't like criticism.
Nope. Everybody's wrong but me. So in this case, the bigger the loop, the more sensitive he is, or anybody. When you see those, that means criticism. Anybody has those kind of D's, that means that they don't like criticism. So So that's that. Another one, what's another one that I had here? So I had it in shampoo and books. You can see also the hooks on the O's. In the O's and books. The love stars, and you can see again, look at the eyes. I will look at the eyes here. All the eyes for him are the same.
Yeah.
They all slant the same way. It's amazing. I just found one that was different. Okay. And again, remember at the beginning when he writes in Vegas, like look at how much Vegas means to him. Again, caps. That should be IN lowercase. But I guess for him, Vegas means freedom. I guess, because he was away from his dad. And this has nothing to do with graphology. I'm just talking as myself. I'm saying that's probably why he emphasizes it so much and he puts the caps, is because I guess it means so much to him. Probably worth his happy years. And look, you can see it there, and also you can see it here. Look. Because in reality, he should be writing in right? He should be writing in Indiana. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at me. Look at my brain. Indiana. Vegas. I'm sorry. Whoa. Now you can tell where my brain is.
He liked Vegas because but with the whole pot thing, right? They you can do it out there.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Well, I think it has to do more than that. I think it's freedom, because it really, in anywhere he mentions Vegas, you always will see that capital.
I agree for sure.
All of them. You will see all of them. And I think it has to do, it says, I can't wait until I can smoke again. Have you ever been to the Reef Dispensary in Phoenix? And then that was my favorite to go in Vegas. Good deals for medical patients, I guess. I don't know, medical patients. How does he know? Well, I guess he knows because he worked supposedly, whatever. So any questions on this page? I think. Oh no, hold on. I have one more that I had to do here. Yes, I do.
Maybe he can write his own Harlequin romance from jail, right? Right, wife Lilith?
Like Greeno.
And Greeno too. Well.
Okay, so here he's very interesting. We're going to use the word boobs right here. Okay. So the word boobs, you can see two different B's in one word. Usually that's very unique, because usually when people write, they would write two different styles of letters, maybe in a paragraph, in a different sentence. But it's very unique to have two different styles of the B in one word. That really caught my eye. And you can see it. Look at the B, one B. I'm going to try to replicate it, but I'm not so sure I can do it. One B is so, no. Okay, hold on. One B is almost like that, and the other one comes, doesn't have a loop. Oh, but you get the point. Okay, almost. So you can see the first one. Look at the bellies are completely in the first one right here.
Mm-hmm.
The belly is almost like a triangle, and then the second one is rounder. So that really could, because usually, like I said, usually you have two different, the same letter, wrote differently in a paragraph, in whatever, but very rarely I've seen it in the same word. That means that whatever he feels that he's not good enough. He feels that everything he does, he's not good enough. And also people that tend to do that, they're usually hypochondriacs, people that are always saying that there's something wrong with him. I don't know if he's like that, but usually people that write two letters in different way in one word tend to be like that. So I don't know, but that's what I see. I don't know if you want anything else on this letter, on this page.
No.
Okay, let me move to 6. Oh, Lord. 6. Page 6. Page 6. Okay, what do I have? Give me 1 second. I just noticed something. Okay, 6.
I was going to say, I wanted to, only because it reminded me of the cryptic note, even though I'm not looking at the cryptic note. When he did ha there, he did capital H, capital A, then he went to a capital H, lowercase a on the ha, which reminded me of the cryptic note, even though it's not similar.
Okay. Yeah, it's again somebody that is not consistent, somebody that it's has so many things that they do that. But with this one, something interesting happened in this one, in this letter, in this page, is that his slant changed a little bit. Before his slant, he was all previous were slanting a little bit towards the right, and in this particular, so I don't know. I guess if this is maybe a new day. Obviously, it says Sunday, but we don't know for sure. But it changed, so something changed. I'm assuming maybe it was the start of the day, and he started writing again. But you can see it, even if he didn't write that Sunday, you can see it that his slant changed slightly. Before it was to the right, and now it's the slant is more. It's more central, more up and down. So in here, so the slant of the handwriting changed, and the A's in here. I wanted to concentrate on the capital. You can see beautifully here. Look at this. Oh, right. Hold on. Let's make sure you guys can see it. Why is it red? Come on, Alexa, come on. You guys can see the O's, the loops. I'm going to show you right now. Gotta lower a little bit so you can see it. You can see the loops on top right here. And the O's. Oh, now I just put it on top. Okay, look at the O's. You guys can see in this one beautifully the O's. The deceiving, the lying, you can see it in here too. And here you can see it even has a little bit of, and also the eyes. I love how the dots in the eyes for him are not a circle. They're almost like they're slanted. Again, somebody who's deceiving, somebody that doesn't like telling the truth. And also he doesn't have a good self-image. So that's that. We're gonna go. Okay, so then we're gonna go for that. So then we're gonna go into the A. The A's right here. Look, all of the A's capital. Okay. But so A's, like capitals, obviously ego. It shows ego, but they're narrow. They're very narrow. So it tells me that even though he's egotistic, but he's shy. He seems to be a shy person. I don't know. I mean, I guess Kelly can say, but in his writing, obviously I don't know him, but it shows that he's a shy person by the A's. They tend to be very narrow. So that says, but I love how the A's are all capitals. So it's almost like, yeah, he plays this tough guy, ego, like I am the biggest, thing in the world. I am the best. I am this. But he's shy. He's full of contradictions. I wouldn't like to be his mind. And again, look at the smiley faces. Missing. They don't have a full, nose. There's something missing. So that's how he feels. He feels like there's something missing in his life. Okay. You can also see in this one, where is it? Where is it? There is. Oh, again, look. Oh, and again, I guess the in November, the B. But there was where is the claw? There was a claw right here. Oh, here it is. Right here. In thinking right here, there's a tiny little claw right there. Again, deceiving. It's honestly, like when you start learning about the and you start seeing, and then you see people's personalities, you will see it. You will honestly, you will start seeing people's.
Yeah, because like his Y doesn't have one in this sentence, and on the bottom I miss you, but it does up there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, and it's not on all of them. So it's very interesting. It's really, really, really interesting the way it is. And then, so any questions?
Yeah, he has a little hook in that hook. I hope you in that one. He has a little hook in that one.
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, there's other letters. I mean, usually people can also have hooks on D's, and he does have them on the D's, but I don't count the D's because I honestly think the D's sometimes it could be the way that people write, but he does have a little bit on the D's. But I gave him that one because I don't look on the D's too much unless it's really pronounced. But I usually do it on the G's and the Y's, on the J's. But yes, he does have. Yeah, right here. There's another hook right here. So any questions on this? And look again, the TH. Look at that. He cannot write the, again, look, TH. Look at that. He cannot write a lowercase h for his life when it comes to T and the H. For some reason in his head, they have to go together. There was something, give me 1 second, because I wanted to show you something. I wrote it. No,
Carly, did you try subbing and unsubbing?
Okay. So the O's. Oh, you can even see it in the 0 right here. The little tiny little hook right here. Well, not a hook, but the little loop. I call it a hook. I don't know why you can call it a hook. You can see the Y right here too. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is that. Any questions you want to know? Oh, I love this. Ask me any questions you want to know. Also, I will answer anything.
Yeah, right.
But you notice the Y, how it has a hook? That means that he's not going to tell her anything.
Right.
He's playing. He's saying, oh, yeah, I'll answer anything. But look at the Y. Look at that hook. It's there. He's
What
not going
does
to answer.
what does like his abundance of emojis tell you? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like I found like especially on this page he there's an emoji in like every sentence almost.
Well, besides of being annoying. Sorry. No, it's just I think when you doodle like that, usually is sometimes it's out of pure boredom. You're bored and you don't have nothing to do, but usually it means you're missing something. So in his case is the smiley face. So he's doing the smiley face and then he's not doing a full smiley face. So it's again, he's trying to bring attention to that something is missing in his life. There's something that it's not there. There's something that there's almost like a connection missing that he wants to have, whatever it might be. And that's he's trying.
Can they highlight insecurities sometimes?
Oh yes,
Because I don't have any education behind this, but I just found the places that he puts them to me kind of point out an insecurity he has.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that could be on the missing, right?
Yeah.
That ties with the thing. That's something that you're missing. So instead of saying a word, you just write, you write an emoji. But instead of writing, like I said, a full emoji, you write some. So that goes into your psyche, saying that there's something there that is missing. But it's better than nothing. And smiling. Well, it does bother him because he wishes that he had everything.
Yeah.
So,
about that.
yeah, he pretends to be one thing and a little bit of a double personality. I saw in here. I'll get towards the end, like I will tell you my feelings. A little bit of like Sheena. I saw a little bit of traits similar to hers, like a little bit of a double personality. They separate the persona. It's almost like they see themselves, like differently. Like they act one thing, but they feel differently. Okay, so this is page. Hold on, let me stop sharing and go to the next one.
I think you're referring to Ashley Garth. But you're saying the name Sheena. Sheena Cottrell is a name being used, but you're referring to the cryptic note, right?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
yeah, Ashley Garth. Okay.
Oh,
no,
Ashley.
When you said Sheena again, yeah, Sheena, because we've talked about her, but
yes.
Ashley Garth.
Correct. Yeah, we were talking. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No. I just said I heard you say Sheena
Ashley.
again.
Yes, Ashley. Ashley, you're right. Let me write it down because I actually have her as something as Ashley. Because when okay. Okay. Page 4. Is this it? This is the right one, right? Am I correct? Yes.
It should be the one that's say page 4.
Yeah. Well, it's about 9 a.m.
That's the next one.
Okay. Let me just clear my desk. Give me 1 second because I am very messy and I don't like being messy. Here you can start seeing. Oh, here also you can see the handwriting changes again. But not only the handwriting changes again, a little bit of the slant, but you notice the size. The size changes to small. So whatever he's going to talk about here, you know that not only is not going to be the truth, but he doesn't want, it's almost like he doesn't want to talk about whatever he's going to talk. So he starts writing normal right here. No. Did I share that page? I just had a thought. Yeah, you can see it, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oof, I got scared. I was like, oh my God, did I do? I'm like spastic today. Okay.
You're okay.
So,
You're doing great.
thank you. You're being so
I think
kind.
we're all captivated.
You're being so kind. I'll send you a check for that. Okay. So look. So you can see. Oh, Lord. Come on. No. No. What did I do? Come on. I'm going to cry now. You guys can see it, but I can't. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, after this, I think I'm going to have a shot of something. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's try this again, Alexa. Come on. So look at the handwriting in this paragraph. And then you're going to go down to about, where's the hook and the J? There's a hook right here. So here, okay, it starts changing. The sizing, it starts changing. And at first I was like, whoa, it does. So that tells you a lot. Like, he's writing like himself. And then suddenly he starts, I guess, not whatever. When you start writing small, it's something, it's like an insecurity, something that you might not want to talk about it, or something that is hard to talk about. So in here, let's start. Okay. Oh, let's start here, right here, with the M. Oh, God, really? 1 second. Oh, come on. This thing is going to go out the window in 2 seconds. Okay, so look at the M. They're not even touching the M's. Okay, so, and then you will see another M that he does. So again, he is full of contradictions. So he is inconsistent. He's an inconsistent person, full of contradictions. Okay, I was lying again. Look at the I. Now that you know the eyes. So it's texting free. I don't know if la. So then we go here to the J. And the J has a hook. So I think here you can start seeing that whatever he's going to talk about, he either doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do a straight line. Come on. Pretend it's straight because it's driving me crazy. The worst thing is being a perfectionist and not being able to do something. Oh. There we go. Let's pretend it's straight. It's not even straight, but let's pretend. So you can start. It should be a capital J. So a capital J, first of all, should be like that. A regular J. It's a lowercase. What does he do? He goes and he writes a hook. So that started calling my attention. The friendship, okay. Oh, Lord. Come on, Alexa, come on. So I don't do that. Okay. The friendship, okay, is full of, actually, SHIT, because he doesn't believe in friendship. And look at the way friendship is spelled. So he doesn't have any loyalty. I don't think he has any friends, any real friends, or he has. I don't think he has any friends. I don't think he ever had any friends. And whoever he thought he was friends, he probably used them, abused them, and probably did them wrong. Yeah. So he's the type of person
like accusing them of being a pedophile.
Oh, wow. Oh, see? Yeah, he's the type of person. Yeah, he doesn't have any loyalty. And in that word, especially that word friendship, you can see there's no loyalty. at all. Again, we can see the in, the word in again. You said always had a curvy body. Does it mean also you have a nice booty? Okay. And it's interesting how somebody who's in for what he's in, right? That he starts talking about, that somewhere somehow he always deviates the conversation to how she looks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I understand she's a beautiful woman. She's very attractive. Obviously, you have to be blind not to, to say that she's pretty, because she's gorgeous. But it's very interesting how she, in any opportunity, he goes there. And I think he does it a couple times to kind of see, he's testing her to see how far she's going to go.
Right.
Because this is not the, he started with the, when you were lying down, I can see your boobs, or it's testing her. It's seeing how far is she willing to go with him. And that's what he's doing there. And by giving her that sense of, you're perfect, you have perfect smile, perfect eyes, perfect everything, that's where he's going there. What else? Oh, again, the D's drive me nuts. The D's, you can see the D's. But you see, very interesting. In the body, when he writes body, look at the D. That means that he's very sensitive to his body, to his own body. Because look at the D and the Y. Okay, that means that when he talks about the body, he's very, very self-conscious about his own body. Have you ever had a husband? Okay, kids are people crazy. And that's about it in this page. Yeah, and this page, that's about it. Anything on this page?
Not here.
Nope.
Okay. So that's
Well, when he says "are people crazy," I think, it's probably subtly referring to himself.
that's exactly what I thought when I read that. I was like, oh, is he talking about himself?
Yeah, we're crazy, buddy. You're normal.
Yeah, I know. I like that. No, but you know what? One thing that I did notice is the how perfect he wrote the question mark. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost like he typed it, like beautifully executed, like the form.
Yeah, because his next one is not.
Yeah, like the form, everything. But that one in particular, it's so well formed, everything. But okay, so then we should go. I watched The Breakfast Club. I watched Breakfast, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's stop.
Yeah, I know that was like Carly said. That was one of the things I noticed. He capitalized every B in the letter.
And what do you have a thing that for bees? Did you say? Can't remember now. Like, do bees, like, you know how your I was mom and dad? Are bees anything in particular or not really? Besides being, disorganized or, like a roller coaster.
No, go on. I can't. Can you give me 1 second?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. No, just kidding. So whatever. So what do you guys think so far? Pretty interesting. It's like it's like getting schooled. So now I know the relationship thing with the eyes, and it's so crazy how many capital letters he uses throughout his words.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
the T and H, the T and H with the H being capitalized all through there was really really different. You don't see that.
Yeah.
That was something I never noticed when I was reading the letter.
I didn't either. But I only read it the once. I meant to go back and read it again. But as you're we're specifically looking at it, it's so funny how like I print and write when I'm doing anything. I've always printed and wrote together at the same time. But so if there was one thing that stood out for sure, it's like just the capitals that he uses in everywhere, in the midst of like that friendship word. Go ahead, Deb.
Yeah, in high school, when I was a freshman, I had an English literature teacher that did half cursive, half printing all the time, and everybody in the class thought it was cool, so we all started doing it, and it totally screwed up my handwriting. Like now I try not to do it, but I catch myself doing it.
Yeah.
Now they can't even write cursive.
I know, right? Exactly.
It almost makes me want her to like analyze my writing.
Oh, I know. I'm sitting here writing all the letters she's talking about.
Makes me want to go look at everybody else's handwriting.
Got any hooks in there?
I'm like, who wrote me a card? Where's the?
I know. Right when we started, right after it was like the smiley face and then the S and the O, and I sent you guys the picture, and I was like, I'm not doing well so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone in the chat's doing the same thing, jotting it down, and
yeah, I don't
even look at it.
Angela, obviously, they were talking about me, or it could have been Kelly. I'm not sure. One of the two.
I'm
right?
sorry.
Yep.
No,
Maybe it was Adam. It's all good. Anyways, okay, we're back to it.
Did you get it? Oh, you got okay.
So for anyone that is watching that doesn't know, this letter was wrote to Kelly. Kelly Aaron's in chat right now. It's from Kegan Kline, a 12-page letter that he wrote, and Alexza, again, expertise in profiling and in handwriting. And what do you call that word again?
Graphology.
Graphology.
The study of the
graphology. Yeah. So just to keep you up to date on that. Again, if you are watching, if you could hit the like and share for us. Right, Adam? Right, sexy man? Yeah. Yeah.
Just hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are a fan of Adam's, which I think pretty much 99.9% of chat that's in here right now. If you guys can just hit thumbs up for Adam. Or you could do it for Alexza, because Alexza has spent a lot of time recently helping us out here. And we truly appreciate that, Alexza. And today was more of a rush.
Especially with a sick child.
Yeah. Well, I would have been.
You said 99%. What's wrong with that 1%? Crazy? Are people crazy?
The other one is split between me and Deb.
Are people crazy?
Yeah. I think people are crazy. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not quenched up, go get quenched up, people.
Sorry about that. It's just my poor little one keeps moaning and keeps getting up and
I know.
Talking. So I had to ask my husband to come and get him. So I'm sorry. What were we talking about? I'm so sorry.
Oh, nothing.
Oh no,
I think we were page 8. I think.
It's the one that starts out with "I watched the Breakfast Club."
I watched the Breakfast, right?
Yeah.
We didn't share it. No.
Yes, it's up.
It's up. Okay. I thought I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, if you just want to make it larger.
Yeah. Not that large. Okay. So now where is my page? This is the one where we go. Hold on. This is the one that we go into. Oh, yeah. This is okay. So the first thing that catches my attention, it's going to be. Okay. So he starts writing. So again, you can see a little bit of how his handwriting changes. So I'm assuming that up to here. Okay. Sorry. Let's do it with red so you guys can see better. So I think up to here. Okay.
That part creeps me out.
Okay, I know. Probably he finished writing and then he picked it up right here, probably at a different time or a different date. Different day, or the next day, or a different time, because you can see there's different handwriting. Obviously the same person, but you can tell that the slant is completely different. Here it's bigger, and the sizing changes a little bit, not much, but I mean, somebody like me, you can you can definitely see it. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. So I'm thinking that maybe he finished, he went somewhere, and then he started writing, and that would probably say why he makes. No, but he does that in all of them. No, but he did. But I know this, the Halloween, the horror is in romantic. Oh, this caught my eye. Romantic. Yeah. So I guess only the A is cap, but not the R, which it tells me obviously that he's not a romantic. But we kind of knew that, right? That he doesn't. He's not the romantic kind.
Right.
What else in here? Yeah, the Halloween. And this is interesting because even though the L's, we usually don't do hooks. It's very interesting how he does his L's, because he always puts a little bit of a hook on the L's instead of being okay. And the I, again, you can see the I. Okay, the D's, but what starts catching my eye in here is one is his childhood, and the other one is dad.
Yeah, he gets a little deep there.
All the time, only once in this letter, when he refers to his father, Tony, he always writes cap dad, all caps. It's just one instance that he writes it normal. So that means that he's, and again, we go back to the word God. We usually write God with upper G out of respect. So that means that his dad is somebody that not so much he respects, but his dad is somebody that he places highly. His dad is somebody that is it's almost like he's God. His dad is very important to him. That is like the central figure in his life is his dad. That is the one. Okay. Then childhood. It's almost like look the way he wrote child.
I know.
Child and hood. It's almost like two words instead of being one word. Okay, that is super interesting. Lord. Oh my God, instead of come on, Alexa, come on. I'm just gonna put it like this. Okay, so that is very interesting. Again, the H, that H, okay, the capital H, the D's. But in here, remember the D's. Usually his D's have a loop. Most of his D's have this loop going on, which we said it's self-aware to criticism. He doesn't like to be criticized. But look at the D's in here. They don't have a loop. Okay? That means that first he criticizes. He's open to talk about his childhood. Okay? But the dad is very interesting how he always writes. The mom he writes normal. He writes it with lowercase, but the dad is always DAD to show that power, that his dad is the power. Okay, so that is that. I love that. Okay, what was the other one? Sorry. Would you go again? The L's. Okay. Anything that jumps in here that you guys want to look at the O's. Okay, the O's. The eyes here change. Like, look at the eyes. Here, it's round, but here, it's a slant.
Right. And that L next to it has a really big hook.
Yeah, it has a hook. Almost looks like a nose.
Yeah.
Again, the smiley face. Okay. So but the dad is what really jumps to my mind. How the dad is like basically the center of his world. So
That's because that stuck out to me when I read it. Especially the conjunction between God and Dad. I noticed that when I read it for the first time.
Just give me. Let us give a couple shout outs. Say.
Okay, Alexa dropped, but she'll be back, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carly, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I'm gonna hit the members Streamlabs in a second for about joining the private Facebook group if you would like to. How to do that? I guess. Oh yeah. Okay. So really, so you want us to gloss, Jenny? No. Fine.
For Kelly again.
And for Kelly too. There you go.
You're okay, Alexa.
Thank you guys so much. And Deb, why do we gloss again?
Because we don't gloss over the truth.
There you go. So thank you guys so much. And
I think she has done such a thorough job. Oh,
yeah.
She said she's coming back in 1 second. Poor husband.
Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for when she gets to the other, certain page.
And what a trooper, too, to come on with us. I mean, she got her hands full there.
I'm
we appreciate
sorry.
it.
You're fine.
You're fine, honey.
Oh, my God. I don't know what I did. I clicked something. My husband is like, oh, my God. He's going to start charging.
Great show.
I think he should just sit here and that's it.
Well, I think your husband should just gloss with us is what he should do.
I think so. I agree. I think you hear what they say?
I'm within earshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to pour you a shot.
Thank you, honey. Appreciate it.
Tell him we need a round.
I know.
And I'll drink Deb's.
Okay, I believe page number, I don't even know, 8. I'm usually not like that, I promise.
Did we just do 8? Are we on 9?
I think we're 9. Yeah,
we're on the. It should say page 5.
No.
Yeah, page 5.
It'll say page 5 on the corner at the top. It says
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, I have it as 9.
Yeah.
That's my 9. Okay. I promise I'm not disorganized in my real life.
You have had a lot going on.
Yeah.
People would fire me like if I was like
sometimes
this.
like when we send them over, so who knows if they didn't come to you in order, but I'm glad
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad we fixed it. It's okay. Okay, let's go. Did I share it? Yeah. Can you guys see it?
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
Take us off.
No.
Yep, I see it.
I don't see it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. This one, yes. Okay, so this one, let's start here. Okay. So this one, I mean, the first paragraph, again, doesn't stand out. I mean, the D's, the O's, the H's, nothing too much. But then, not only because of the subject, but started. So here, look at this paragraph. Red. Thank you. My God, I'm gonna fire my own self. Okay, you can see. Look at the handwriting, how it changes from that to here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the slant changes, the type, the base changes. A lot of things changes. It's almost like the letters are more rounded in the second one. in the second paragraph that I highlighted. So it says, so we're going to start with about tattoos. So something I never asked, what do you have? Any tattoos? I have 6, all small, but my foot is covered in Ryan Dunn tattoo, and my arm has my last name. I want to cover it, though. Honestly, I've been thinking of changing my last name. And obviously, this doesn't obviously what he's saying, but also look at the handwriting, right here. Look at the word changing. Look at my last name. Okay. So it's almost like he feels like he's obviously not just because of what he's saying, but in the writing, he's saying almost that is a burden for him. Like he feels ashamed of the last name. And I think I never, he's a liar, and I usually don't believe him. But I think that honestly, word is, I think, the only one, even though the L has a loop and the S. But I think he's this is like the only paragraph, this one, and there's another one that I think he's very honest. And he's saying that obviously we're reading that he wants to change his last name, but he also feels it subconscious. He feels that his last name is a burden for him, that it weighs him down. So that is this one. And there's also, okay, so, and in here, usually, where is it? Oh, so look, the word dad, remember we were talking, all caps. Again, my dad, you see, all caps. Okay, look at mom. So, and look at again. Oh, okay, so hold on, let me slow down. Childhood. Again, it's almost like 2 words. It's almost like he is detaching himself from the childhood. It's almost like he's seeing himself. So 2 words, child and hood. Very interesting. Dad, again, 2 capitals, 3 capitals. Mom, basically mom doesn't mean anything. The mom to him is, I don't think, it's his mom, but doesn't really weigh anything on him. I don't think the mom has anything on, doesn't have any, I won't say value, but no, I do want to say it. He doesn't see his mom has contributed anything to his life. I think he only sees his dad, but he doesn't see his mom. His mom is his mom, I guess, by birth, and that's it. I don't know how the relationship is, but I would say that they don't have any relationship.
Right.
They probably don't have any relationship with his mom. And he doesn't care either. It's not like he's hurting about his mom. Abusive. I found this interesting.
Yeah, this paragraph interested me.
Yeah, abusive. Mentally, and I do believe it. I do believe he was abusive and mentally. What I don't believe, and you can see it here, is not true, is that he says he was bad into drugs. I don't think his dad was into drugs, or not as bad as he says. There's a little bit of deceive, in this paragraph. I don't think he's telling the truth. Look at the A. I don't think this paragraph, or this sentence, I should say.
Right.
Oh, Lord, come on.
And how he even felt the need after also to like put parentheses and put meth.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know Tony, or I don't know much about Tony, but I don't think it strikes me as the person that would do drugs.
Oh,
I think he's a control freak. I don't know. Maybe, maybe a joint once here and there, but I don't think he would do heavy drugs, in my opinion. Body language, I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think he would.
Of course, yeah, unless he was into it when Kegan was young.
Yeah, maybe,
and
but I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of went back and forth with that as well, Alexza.
Yeah, I don't think to me in this sentence and the way the structure, I don't think, and look at the capital I, the T's high. No, I honestly don't think this is true. And then again, my mom, you see mom here, right here. Mom is written like anything. Never really paid much attention to me. She had other kids and a job to worry about. I don't think that was the reason. I think that's maybe what he thinks, but I think the mom wasn't as close to him because of I think the mom knew that there was, I won't say anything wrong, but she knew that he was probably going to turn out like the father. And I think maybe that's why the mother was like that, if that's true. But a lot of, I don't here, like, oh, and in here, it's a little bit of jealousy. I think he was a little jealous about the siblings. Where else? Buying me any birthday. My mom ever buying me any birthday or Christmas. Poor me. It's always poor me. I never did anything. Poor me. So, any birthday or Christmas presents other than little toys or clothes. So what else can you want? I mean, she's giving you toys and clothes. What else can you get? And that's another thing. Oh, here, look. And look at my dad. Capital. But the grandparents are not as important as his dad. Look. Because that should have been a capital G. So again, the dad. The dad is his number one. That is his everything, I guess. I guess Kegan wouldn't be Kegan without daddy. He will not do. And I think he knows everything about the dad. And he has this almost like sick codependency with the dad, if we could say that. So you can see again, the mom obviously not as influential as the dad. Okay. Oh, sorry. Does anybody have any questions on this one? I can go back. Sorry, I took it down. Let me go back. I apologize. Should have asked. That was 9. I apologize. Oh, 9. Anything? Any questions on this one? Anything that stands out?
I think you're covering it excellently.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't really have, I don't think, any charges so much. He probably dabbled and dabbled in it, but I don't see him being a hardcore druggie myself. Tony Kline. Someone made a comment a second ago, which reminds me of my own son. My own son would rather be with his narcissistic dad because his dad could offer more things, he felt. And it's like that same thing, is that his mom, if it was reality, like it should be, it would be his mom that really did everything for him. And his dad was my ex-husband was the abusive one towards him. And yet he's followed right in his dad's footsteps ever since the divorce. And he's turned into that. So that's kind of how I see a little bit of Kegan there, just by that comment that somebody put up there a second ago as well. It boggles the mind, but the person that my son should love more, who treated him right, is me. But yet, and that's probably where the mom, I'm sure, is really embarrassed, definitely embarrassed by it all, because this isn't just like I feel like my son is not the son I raised. He's a little mini me, of his dad. And he's a little bit of a narcissistic personality himself, very selfish, absorbed, but he literally is, it's almost like his dad's his idol, and it's just like so displaced, but whatever. But it just reminded me of that comment. Who does it? This one, Crystal Lynn had said it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's I think the mom knew since he was little, I guess, that your kids, and I think as little you can always tell their tendencies, and that's why we study, and this goes back to prevention about crimes. is you can see your kids. You know your kids better than anybody, and you know their tendencies, if they are aggressive, even if they torture animals. I always tell people, and when I teach to my students, I always tell them one of the signs to always look for is how your kids or how young people act towards babies and animals. Because in our own brain, when we see a baby, we always gonna go, oh my God, it's so cute, oh my God. But people who are psychopaths that are missing, that I remember we talked about the oh Lord, oh my God, I have it right here. My God, what's happening to me? Oh my Lord, come on.
What do you probably because you got
Oh my God, it's in the brain. Oh my God.
insane.
Not the medulla.
Let it out. Come to
Oh
you.
my God, what is it? What's wrong with me today? Not the medulla. What is it? It's the oh my God, it's the nuclear in the brain that is
The
amygdala. Thank
amygdala,
you.
yeah.
The amygdala. I'm sorry.
What was the word?
Amygdala.
What the heck is that
In
word?
the brain, we have a left. Basically they're like cells. They're nuclear, and you have a right amygdala and the left amygdala, and they basically they will basically show how compassionate or how basically it's if you're going to be a psychopath or a non-psychopath.
Oh, okay.
So the right controls like the emotions and all that, and the left controls all the urges. So that's why so that's what I always say. It goes down to the amygdala that people when you see kids, so that's when you see babies. So physically and physiologically, we are inclined to that when we see a baby, we all go like, oh my God, thanks to the amygdala, the right amygdala. But people that are psychopaths, they don't have that.
Yeah.
So they don't have that connection that we do. So that's what I always tell them when people have kids or young people that they know, always monitor how they act with babies, how they act with animals. Because usually most of the killers, they start with animals. They start abusing animals. And that's when they start escalating, because that's how murders
Eric
become.
Hurts, right? Yeah. Wouldn't know nothing
Yeah.
about that. His dad was had many
Dahmer.
abusive animal abuse charges.
Yeah. So, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. God, like today,
I know that you have a lot going on, so
I'm fast.
don't be too hard.
Sorry. At least I'm not nervous today, so that's good.
There you go. You're getting used to being on a
I'm
live.
getting used to it, right?
We appreciate it very
Yeah.
much.
So number 10. So now we're we're on number 9. So now we're gonna go on to number 10.
Yeah, this is one that I wanted to, that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Number 10.
And 11, it's 911. My time, anyway. My time is 911. I know it's different for you guys.
Okay, 10.
You want to share
it's this one, right? I only had my dad's side of the family.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Okay, so this is poor me, the poor me syndrome. Okay, again, you have two different the slant changes in this one, but I think, well, let's read it. I'll show you what I mean. Come on. Okay, so I think he's being truthful in this paragraph, in this I only had my dad's side of the family. My mom dishonored her after she got pregnant at 16. I don't know if that's true or not, but it does seem I don't see any signs of no. The base doesn't change. I honestly don't see anything that screams that he is lying in this one. I do believe that this is true. I only met her parents that I can remember once. I got into drugs like weed and pills when I was 12. Um, the pill side, I don't think so. This is a little deceiving. It has hooks. It doesn't align with the other. I wouldn't say that Kegan. I don't know Kegan, but I don't think Kegan did pills. I think that's something to make himself look cooler, but I don't think that in particular. I don't think that's true.
I actually thought the same thing, Alexza, when I saw that too. That one made me do a double take going pills.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I want to say this story about this poor boy about, oh my God, that he got into drugs, hard drugs and pills. And no, I don't think so. I think, and even the word itself is very deceiving. The eye, the dot is not even close. And it's almost all the way to the right, all the way up. The L's hooks, it almost looks like an H. The 5, no, it's not. The S, it looks completely like a 5. No, I don't think so. I honestly think he's lying. When I was 12, then it says it was bad for a few years. The word bad, you can tell he's lying. Okay? You can definitely, oh my God. I'm sorry. You can tell he's sorry. You can tell he's lying. Okay? And we go back to his defensive B's. His defensive D's right here. That about criticism. I wanted to show you something, but I don't know if I can. Okay. Sorry, I keep hearing moaning. I feel so bad. The B, again, the B's, it changes. They change, and it's also like he's letting his emotions flow by the way of this B. The A's, again, capital. He always has the capitals, and then it says, I got kicked out of my mom when I was 16 and was staying with the friends for a little while. I don't think that is true. The word kicked right here, it shows deception. So I don't think so. I could be wrong. Like, I'm not, obviously this is not 100%, but if I have to say, it shows deception. The E, the D, and the D changes. Usually he has the loop and it changes. So we know that, the base changes of his letters. That means that he's hiding something. I was 16 and I was staying with friends for a little. Then, obviously, we go back to the TH, the 2 capitals. I never saw one without it. I moved in with my dad. This is the only one that I have. Oh, sorry. Oh, come on. That he doesn't write. Okay, this is the only one that he writes lowercase d. Okay, which is very interesting because up to now, all of them have been so authoritarian. My dad, the all caps, and this is the only one that, yes, you have the D capital, the A capital, but the D is not capital. It's very interesting. And remember the D with the loop. that D talk signifies his own self ability to criticize himself, right? So I hated living there. He made me feel worse than dirt. And I love how the N, usually he has pointy ends. Usually he has very sharp ends, but this one, first of all, it's almost like he goes like this. So I think he is telling the truth. I think his father did make him feel like dirt. I don't know if the story is true. I think there's a couple things that might not be true. He made me, I hated my life for a very long time. I got over it for a long time, moved away and felt great. Okay. And that away right here. Okay. I think here it is truthful. I think he did go the away, and the away signifies a lot to him. I think that's probably when he went to Vegas, I guess, when he was living in Vegas by himself and felt great. Now, again, I am in, look at the in, and look at the J. Again, we get a hook in jail for the first time. And I am back to being depressed. Depressed. Okay. I personally, I'm going to come out and say something. I don't think he's depressed. I don't think he's ever been depressed. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think that word shows deception. And I don't think he's ever been depressed. Maybe he's felt sad, but the word depressed, like in the clinical sense, the psychologist to say, oh, he has been depressed, I don't think so. My whole life, I've always wanted to start my own restaurant. Now, I doubt I will ever be able to do that. I'm probably going to prison for a while. So in here, I'm sorry. What's wrong? Are you okay? Go to sleep. Come on, it's late. Come on. You have school tomorrow. Come on. Sorry. Do you want water? No. Oh, I am so sorry. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's fine, Alexza.
I'm so sorry. Here. Hurry up because I'm on.
See what chat's saying over there. Kelly's saying he hated living with his dad, and his dad made him feel bad, but yet they did everything together, and he was considered the golden child. Yeah. We remember Bart saying that about him, too. Sub, I know you know what the siblings said. Yeah, exactly.
Just be careful.
KK has Stockholm syndrome. You can just tell it, in my opinion. So do.
Sorry.
Can I just ask you something, Alexza?
Huh?
Someone is asking. KK has Stockholm syndrome. You can tell. Just my opinion. Do you see any of that?
Stockholm syndrome could be that people. Stockholm syndromes are the ones that are kidnap, and then they become instead of being resentful towards their captor, they become sympathetic and they admire their captor.
Like what's her name? Was it Sharon Tate?
It could be.
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking.
He's talking. Whoever asked the question in relation to the dad. Is that what we're talking about?
Right. Yes, that's what they were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we will. I mean, I'm not a psychologist. I wouldn't dare touch that. But I think we could compare it to somebody of Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. That he's somebody that treats you so bad, but there you are, and you admire him because he admires his dad. So. Then and that got me thinking, I'm sorry, this is like ADD, something completely different. I was thinking the other day, if Kegan would have been in a different environment, I'm thinking,
Right.
would he have been the same person that he is now? Or would he have been somebody different? And I don't know. And I was thinking, I think the environment had a lot to do.
Right.
With
I feel that too, that it's his environment,
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And I think he took, and obviously Tony is not a good person for what I see and what I hear about. And yeah, I think he copied the worst things from Tony.
Yeah.
It does make me. Go ahead, Deb.
We know that, like with the narcissists are made. Mm-hmm. It's not something you're born with. It's not a chemical imbalance. They're made by, being made to feel belittled or have a really extremely low self-esteem.
Deb and Alexa and Adam, doesn't this kind of make you even more curious about like his mom? Meaning, was she a really good mom and he's trying to portray her that she wasn't, like my son does, like that type of thing, or did she neglect him? I'm really curious to know actually how his mom was like in all of this, because like I said, my son makes me out to be this really bad mom, but yet I'm the opposite of that, but that's one of those things. So I wonder, I'm just curious now about his mom in all of this equation, how she was with him, because he said in the previous part of the letter, like, all I remember is my mom didn't buy, I can't, like, a mother not buying her kid Christmas or birthday presents. That's usually, that didn't make anything truthful to me.
Right.
No. And then he says only little toys and clothes. I mean, that's usually what you give somebody for Christmas. Your kids, little, I don't know the monetary. I don't know how well off they were or whatever, but I'm sure he got something. And he's even acknowledging little toys and things. But the thing is also with Kegan is he has this grandiose, also part of his personality that everything has to be almost like, I think he watched too much TV about rich and, I guess rich and famous.
Right.
Almost. Well, that everything he quantifies everything with money and success.
Well, look at
his dad. Sorry, is that what you were going to say?
No. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Derek Farmer, who's in the house right now, because Derek, like I said, hey buddy, haven't seen you too much in a while. Seen you the other night, I think in Sleuth Channel or whatever. But anyways, great to see you, buddy. And then Kelly Aaron said, I brought up him saying he didn't have a good mom, and he got mad and said, no, I had a great mom. She was wonderful.
He probably got a lot of what he felt about his mom from his dad. For example, Kelly said that, he made a comment, his mom bought him a box of 64 crayons, but his dad bought him 120 crayon. Well, I can see a dad like that, pointing that out, trying to, make the mom look bad. And that happens a lot of times with divorced couples.
And that's exactly what happened during mine. That's why, as we're going through this now, I'm going, like, it just seems the same thing, right?
Right.
My ex-husband could offer him more, and he just, I'm like I said, a piece of shit, really.
Right. Yeah. Well, a coward's way to feel big is to make someone else feel small.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's why he likes Vegas so much, because in Vegas is that that richness, that grandiose, money buys everything and it's happy, and he has a lot of tendencies of that type of person. Obviously he's a narcissist, very smart, because when you see Kegan, you think he's almost, I'm sorry to say this, and I apologize, I shouldn't say this and the way I'm going to say it, but he almost seems slow. He looks slow.
Yeah,
and I don't mean this in a very, please, I don't mean this disrespectful to anybody that's not me. I'm just saying he looks somebody that's slow, but he's very smart. And it's very interesting how he, in all this conversation, he it's almost like he tried to play her in a way, like he tried to, she was playing him, but he was playing her, kind of thing. And it's very interesting to see that, because obviously he didn't know her intentions. So it's very interesting how he always took it back, and he always took control of that. And catfish, I guess. The catfish, you can take the man, but you cannot take the catfish out of the man, I guess. But I mean, somebody asked, I think in the chat, if you can see if I think it was Ben, I think I saw that he said that if you can see violence on people on their handwriting, yes, you can. You wouldn't be able to tell, obviously, if they have done something to somebody, but you can see traces of violence in their handwriting. And also if they were abused, like if they were abused sexually as kids, you can also see it. And that's something I saw. We'll get on it maybe another time, but I mean, it would be interesting to find out. Okay, so let's go. I think page number 10, I think it's
yes.
Yes. So yes, this is the one. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one that we said the dad, that was the only dad. I love how the Johnny Depp and how the Y.
Page 11, actually. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It has the hook right here.
Oh, you're still on that last page.
Yeah, I'm on 10, right?
Yes, you're on 10 still.
Yeah.
I thought you moved on. I apologize.
Yeah. So, what are your dreams that you had as a kid? And then, this gave me creeps. Just a word when he says, "Oh, we're watching it's supposed to be the murder on the Oriental Express," but look at the way he wrote murder.
Right. It's like the only word he misspelled in the whole thing.
I know. It's like purposely he misspelled it, right?
Yeah. Like, that's exactly the word I was waiting for you to bring up.
Yeah.
Because it's purposely. Obviously he didn't want to put it, so he used murd, like almost like to shorten it, I felt.
Yeah, and almost like he didn't know. Like, and look at the loop. Again, he closed the loop. So, usually look at his D's. All the D's have that little loop in here. So when you see something like that, is because people, like we were saying, usually when we write, we don't think about it. Obviously, we know what we're writing, but we don't think about how we do the letters. We don't go, okay, we're going to stroke right, and then we're going to deviate to the right. It's automatic. Right. It's subconscious. And that's in here. You can tell that he purposely did that. So it doesn't flow. And you can actually see it. Look at here. Look at how usually he leaves the same space. Look, I'm actually pointing and I'm not writing anything. So give me 1 second. Oh, how do I move this thing back? Okay. So look at the spacing. Usually he's very consistent in his spacing. You see it?
Yes.
So he's very consistent with his spacing. What happens here? So here he starts, but look at this. Look at how close that is. Why is that? Because when he wrote that word, he was actually being very careful. This is not a word that you go by subconscious. This is something that he wrote it purposely. It's almost like the beginning of the letter, that he was writing it and he was trying to be careful. It's like when when you write a letter to somebody, you are saying to yourself, oh, I have to look, do it neatly and nicely, especially if you don't have good handwriting and you're so into your letters, into your words, into everything. And it goes back to like ransom notes. When people write ransom notes, they start writing perfectly and they're so careful that at one point your subconscious will kick in and will come out. And that's exactly, if you guys remember, with the whole controversy with the Ramsey, with John Benninger Ramsey.
Yeah.
With the note that I believe it was the mother, that wrote the letter, made it look like it wasn't her, but towards the middle of the letter, her subconscious kicked in, and her letters, her same slant, her same words, the same words that she used, the same size, font, everything started to kick in because it's subconscious. So eventually it will kick in. So here, this word murder, he did that on purpose, in obviously my opinion. So, and then the Y, that little hook, I found it, and the J here, there's another one here. What is this here? And then thanks for writing and talking to me. I appreciate it. And and you can tell here, and look how big he writes. The things, how he changes his writing. And I do believe he was very thankful that she approached him and that she was talking to him. I think here he's being truthful, and I like this, how they change, like the eyes change. Like he starts perfectly, like right here, like the two eyes. Then one gets slanted on the second one. Oh, come on. On this one. And then this one is almost like non-existent. So that caught my eye. So then now we're going to what other oh no, so now we go to page, I believe, 6 and 11 to me.
2 more left, everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Alexza.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad. No, and I'm not going so much in detail. I feel bad.
I think you're being so thorough.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you. You say that, and I lose page 11 now.
Come on, get with it, Alexza.
Come on. Did he not do 11? Oh. Okay. I think he's going to be fired. 200. Okay, page 6. Oh, no, I need to keep this. Okay, page 6. Where are we? Okay, do you watch sports? Okay, so here we see come on. Seriously?
Exactly, Journey.
Okay, we go to the first one. So for this first paragraph, I think he is truthful. I don't see any deviations. I don't see any alterations. The baseline is good. Nothing. I do believe NBA, whatever. Oh, this was funny. I think I found it funny. Here you can tell that he is alarmed about the monkey, because look at how his baseline changed about the monkeypox.
Yeah, that C stood out to me when I read it.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yes,
the C, and we go again. C are like how open you are, and the R also. Look at the R. Usually his R's are touch the base, but this doesn't touch the base. So this was interesting. The eyes. So I guess in this one he's really scared. I guess he's thinking in himself, maybe like, oh no, like maybe another COVID kind of situation.
Right.
So that's that. Then we have okay, so then we go here. My God, why does it do that? If it's supposed to be red. So then we go something I never asked. What are your favorite TV shows? Mine are weeds, and I like how he spells weeds, like so, emphasis on weeds. Okay, so that's that. Then we have, what is it that I wanted to, where is it? I wrote something in here. Okay, that's, oh, here, the Facebook.
1 second, Alexa, Kelly, can he add you? Because it says, did you add me on Facebook? Can you see my pictures? Well, he would have to add you back. Can he do that from inside Miami County? Go on his phone and go hit up Facebook? Go ahead, Alexa. I just wanted to ask Kelly that because I've seen that.
What happened? Did she answer you?
Not yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's just that when he says, did you add me on Facebook? Well, obviously he needs to, accept it, right? So, or at least get someone to accept it.
Right.
Okay. So, the Facebook. Yeah. So the face and the book. Okay. The F again. So we know that the F is, again, we go back to the case, not very easy to convince. And you can see by the Fs or so. Okay. And the Ds again. To me, I mean, this D doesn't, but to me, it's almost like they look like A's for some reason. This ones, they don't look as bad. But to me, that paid the 300. Where is this caught my eye right here. Did you see the zeros? Look at the little doodles on the zeros. They almost look like O's. Again, deception, and you can see it. You guys can see it, right? Especially on this one. You can see it. So that means that when he does this, he does the O, he writes one. He doesn't even pick up his pen when he does the O's. You can see a little one right here too. Actually, you can see one in here too. Okay. So those O's are, oof. Okay. The S again, we see a number 5 instead of an S. Bought a ton of DVDs. And again, look at the N. Again, those N's, very sharp N's, very. This one, do you guys have anything? Any questions on this one?
Just the fact that he was lying because somebody else had talked to someone from the Warped Tour and they've never heard of him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he lies. He's a pathological liar. I think it gets to he gets to the point that I wonder if he, in going back to that grandiose personality, I mean, we can talk when we finish the letter, but I'm wondering if he truly believed that his life was almost like Anthony Shots. I think in his head,
that's absolutely. The life
he thought he lived.
Right.
Instead of, I think that was his escape. That was his, instead of sitting, I guess instead of feeling sorry for himself, of being in the basement, doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
Oh, this one, it's interesting. This is the only eye that I found that is almost straight. That the base, I'll show you what I mean by base. Usually he writes his eyes. Oh, come on.
Exactly then.
Like that. And this is the only one that I found that is almost, not perfect, but almost straight.
Right.
That the bottom, that the base, the dad matches with the mom. The only eye that I found in this letter.
It's so lifted off of the line. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but it's
well,
yeah, even though it's lifted, it's still straight. Mm-hmm.
Alexa, it looks like you went to go spell another word first.
Yeah, I think it was like an R. It did look like an R. Yeah. It did look like an R, but it made me, maybe because you did that, but it's the only one that I found. So before I get locked, and look at how he puts locked.
Right.
Okay, emphasis on the locked kids. He knows he's afraid. He's really, really, really afraid of going into prison.
Yeah, and he didn't say like locked up. He just said before I got locked.
Yeah. So he is really afraid. Like he's really pooping in his pants because he doesn't want to go to jail. Prison is in jail. Now we go to number 11. Is it 11 or 12?
12. This is the last page.
On the last page.
I don't know that he has any chirp money yet.
No, I think he's empty.
Yeah, I think he's empty, eh?
Yeah.
However, is he going to buy another 200 pair of socks when he gets out?
As of last night, he was empty again. At like midnight.
Well, obviously, Lilith's not keeping up her end of the bargain.
Well, I mean, we've seen her court records from her financial disaster.
I know, right? Right.
Not the gossip.
Let me just worry about somebody else's life instead of my own, eh? But not to gossip.
Okay, so we go into, let's see. This one word that stands out for me is I am not being annoying.
Right.
Okay, so he's so concerned on not being annoying, but he knows he is. Okay, and look at his ends. Usually his ends are very sharp. And this one, because of the ego. But in this one, no, because he knows he is annoying. So, of course, he's not going to have the sharp ends. So, I'm about to eat some ramen with chili. In, I like how he doesn't know how to write in properly.
Right.
And then jalapeno. Look at the hook right here and the J. Cheese it and make it into burritos. It's good for Jill. Okay, again, the hook on the J. We don't get nothing good on the trays except hot dogs, chicken bites, shredded, and barbecue.
Yeah.
I know, sounds.
I was actually going, yum. Really?
Well, with the chicken bites and shredded barbecue sounds good.
Yeah, well, the hot dogs.
Too much.
I'm just picturing him eating.
Oh, no, please.
The hot dogs?
He's saying that's the only thing that is good. He says we get nothing good except for.
Oh, my bad. Because I was sitting there going, where you get hot dogs and chicken bites? Who mine? Yeah.
Sonny wants to see a video of him eating a hot dog.
Oh,
yeah.
God, no.
Of course I do. Not.
You should chirp him and ask him, Sonny. Sorry.
Hey, well, Adam, if you want to put some chirping money on there for me, sure.
Wasn't he asking to send money? People asking to send him money, or he would the murder sheet to pay him.
Yeah.
What was it? $500.
I think he lowered it. He gave him a bargain basement deal and tried to lower it.
Oh wow! And they wouldn't pay?
No.
I would chip in to hear that. I would love to hear the conversation between them and Kegan.
Yeah.
I would offer to pay.
Right.
I would love to hear that. I mean, shit.
Ooh, Kelly, can't wait for the update.
So did he add her into Facebook?
She never actually directly answered that. Kelly,
okay.
did you literally? It doesn't matter because I mean, if she's doing this, I mean, she probably added him on Facebook. Did he ever add you back? Is the question.
Yeah, it amazes me that they can have, all the technology, that they have TV and that they have everything. I mean, I am old school in criminology, so I am like, just the certs, we call it. I think if you do the crime, you should do the time properly.
Absolutely. Great expression.
Without getting all those
Ben, that's funny.
All those perks that people get. But that's my opinion.
Carly, thank you very much for the super sticker or super chat. Did Alexza say there was anything to him capping all his bees. Actually, did you answer that when I
Which
asked you
ones?
about this? Remember when I asked you the question about capping all his bees? Was do
Put
you?
him cap all his bees?
Yeah, like is there like how you were talking about mom and
Yes,
dad?
yes, yes, yes. With the bees, yes. Bees are emotional flow. Like
That's
how
what.
you, yeah, like difficult. Yeah, it's the lack of emotional flow. The bees.
Oh wow. Yeah, because he capitalizes every B and every A.
Every bee. Yeah, every bee. And sometimes he changes the bees. Remember that I told you that he changes the bee from one bee to another bee? So yeah, so that's lack of emotional flow. Hold on, let me show you here. Like look, and you can see, look. Oh God, come on. And look, he has two bees. I have never seen two different bees. So it goes back to whatever, like he feels not good enough. So whatever he does, it's almost like he doesn't feel good enough. And look, he does two different bees in the same sentence. I seen that very rarely. So remember, he doesn't feel good about that. But look at when he's talking about Kelly right here. It changes. Look. With baby girl, look at the bees.
Yeah, I cringe.
That changes. So that means that, before he doesn't feel good enough about himself. And so the bees are different. Here, the bees are the same. So I guess, we go back to being, I guess, in his words, quote unquote, truthful. It says, I am glad my dad, again, dad. Okay. Dad, capital DAD. Okay. I like how the money sign, look at how perfect. So you can tell money means a lot to him. Look at it's right on the baseline. Oh my God. I'm going to take it that it's late. So look at this. Let's do it green. Why not? So look, usually, you would go like this, but look at how perfect. His is completely. This is probably one of the ones that are completely perfect. It's like his other question mark. So this means the importance of money for him are undeniable. He is into money.
Right.
Okay. On my commissary every now and then, or I'll starve. I doubt he will starve. I think he has a couple of months. He can go without eating. Not being rude.
No, not being rude, but we don't think he'd starve either.
Okay. Again, the M changes. Usually his M's are more pointy, but here, again, my mom barely speaks to me. Okay. So that barely, I don't know. I don't know if I do think she talks to him. Obviously, same barely speaks. I think maybe the mom doesn't speak to him, not because she doesn't want to, it's because he doesn't want to. But I don't think it's because she doesn't want to. I think it's more Kegan doesn't want to talk to his mom. I really have no one but my dad. Again, look at the dad. Yep. The grandmaster, my dad, the hero, my dad. But I guess I don't blame anyone. He does blame everyone because he's not being truthful in this blame. He's not telling the truth. Okay. And look at the B. Well, I guess we can't compare the B here. So it is what it is. And look how his baseline and his handwriting changes for this. It is what it is. So it's almost like, yeah, he's saying that he doesn't care, but he does care. So, well, this is my last sheet of paper. So I am going to end it here. I hope to talk to you soon, babe. And again, in this babe right here, we go back to, oh God, that word. Feeling not good enough. Like, look, before we had the bees when he referred to Kelly, and the bees were the same. And here they're not the same. And then Kegan. I like how, well, I don't like, but you can see, remember at the beginning, I told you that the K, how I was able to tell that the first K was him and it wasn't Kelly, was because of here. You can tell when he writes this. Oh, I can write here. Hold on a second. I'll show you. Okay. Look at the hook. There's a mini hook on the G also. Actually, no, don't do that because people won't be able to see. Okay, there's a mini hook here. The G, okay, and the G, the A, again, the A doesn't have the middle part. And that means he's careless. So it's interesting that he has this ego, but he doesn't even care to write a proper A. And usually when people do that, they're people that are careless. They just write it to write it. And again, the smiley face, the missing, there's something missing. And that's about, oh, anything on this page that anybody has questions or anything that stands out?
No, the only thing I'll be curious to know is when the truth is truly told, is if there is a smiley face at the crime scene that's supposedly on some sort of sheet, like like a shooter, whatever. I'll be curious to know if it looks like that smiley face. We know the cryptic note has the dead eyes type of thing, but I'll be curious to know if, because Libby did that with the tongue out. But I'll be curious to know if at the crime scene is, basically that or that with the tongue out.
It would be interesting to see. Probably, even if it was him, I would say that it wouldn't be the same.
I would think that they would be smart enough not to do it, but
not even because of that to incriminate themselves. But usually, like I guess when they go into killing and they leave possessions back, it's almost like they adopt another personality, and with that personality, it might be things that they usually don't do. So when you see the bridge guy dressing with
right,
or like that, usually I'm sure in his daily life he doesn't dress like that.
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming when he goes out for killing or temptation, or if he would kill again, that's how he would be dressed. That would be his way, and I think that's the same thing. It's, I guess, a psychological thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it. Anything else on this? Oh, one thing I just looked at. I just click right now. Look at, even though they're zeros. Look at the. Even though they're zeros, look at the loops and the O. Look, not that pronounced. It's tiny little bit, but it's almost like this one. No, come on. It's so hard to do like this, but you get the point. You get the point of the second one. You can see the O's. So I told you about the O's, I think, on the first time that I was here.
Yes.
So now you can see that usually, if you see that, most of the time it would mean secretive. But in this case, also means deceiving, secretive in a bad way. It can also be secretive as a person that doesn't like to share things. Like, they don't like telling about their lives. Like, I am the type of person, I don't like telling, even to my really close friends, I don't like telling everything about my life. It's not a bad trait, but I am secretive. So it could be also like that. But in his case, it's also secretive in a bad way, in a run kind of way. Like, not a good person kind of thing. So that's about it. So basically, we see traits of a narcissist. We see traits of a pathological liar. That's truly not in the joke, not as in saying, oh, you're pathological. No, like really sick. I think he believes I truly believe that he in his head thinks he's Anthony Shots. That is his life. And instead of being, the man who he is, he doesn't accept also the responsibility of what he did. I think he sees whatever he did as something minor, that how dare do they have me here? He doesn't think is as serious as it is. Not once in any of this letter I saw any traits of him feeling sorry about that. Not that they spoke about that. To the contrary, I think it's almost like he's proud of what he did, and he's probably like, probably he did worse things.
Yeah.
He always goes back to being to the sexual conversation. He's talking with Kelly, and he goes one way, but he always manages one way or another to bring it back to the sexual conversation, because he wants to see if how far he can go with her. He's testing her. So
Oh, absolutely.
so I think that's my take. The dad, basically the mom had no bearing on him growing up or now, and the dad is everything. And I think the dad, he took all the bad traits from the dad.
Yeah.
And I think also when he was little, I think he other types of abuse, I think, going on there. But I think I do believe him when he said that he had a difficult childhood.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't say it like that, but I do believe he had. I don't believe the drug thing. I think the drug thing was made up with the pills, maybe the weed, but not. I don't think he's an addict of.
He probably took some, but right, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to act right, make it sound. I mean, at the end of the day, he's like lying about a lot of shit in there. You can tell, and then there's some truths in there, like anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just so I can get this off the screen, the reason why I brought this back up is this is one of the cameras that I was uncovering when I was going through the pictures of the crime scene. But the one that what always stood out to me is that when it hit the blue color, I just thought to myself that the so this would be, say, like the camera. This is like a round type of camera here, but it was like this. It's almost like, was that a smiley face that was drawn on this thing, or is that just deceiving my eyes? But it almost looks like a camera with a smiley face that somebody almost like drew, maybe, not sure. But it's just because I see the darker lines here. I could totally be wrong. It could just be a simple outlet of, like like your charger phone, in a sense, when you charge something. But where's the cord going through that one? Maybe unless it's on the other side. I got the creep vibes when I'm sitting there thinking that this thing's like looking at me.
Music source, to answer your question, Alexza did analyze that note. That was 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
So
the cryptic note.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go back to that live, like not the Friday that just went by, but the Friday before that, whatever the date of was on that one.
Yeah, the day we did the Greeno video, and then we did the Alexza. It was on later that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the night we had two, right? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had two, not me. I think that was it the 23rd, I believe?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, yeah, it is like.
Yeah, I was a little obviously biased because I have done murder. I've done graphology for people who have done murder, even rapists. But I went in for me, it was a little hard, I guess, because I knew the kind of crimes that he was doing. So I tried to kind of put that away because it wouldn't be professional, I guess. But it was a little hard, I have to say.
Right, because you knew more than you
and of course I knew the crimes, and so the kind of person that he was already. So it was a little hard to go in and do something like that.
But at the end of the day, letters still stand for
of course.
things.
Yeah, but I didn't want my own perception.
Right.
My
Understood
negative perception to affect.
Right. And you know what? I know I personally understood that totally, because I know that you don't know a ton about Kegan Kline and Tony Kline, but you know the gist of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I know that regardless if you know about, him, that you still have certain things that have certain meanings, like the hooks, the eyes, the this, the that.
Yeah, like letters. I mean, letters won't lie. I mean, they're there. I mean, you can Google them. I mean, obviously, Google, it's a little hard because they'll tell you it means one thing and the other thing it's probably hard. But I mean, I'm sure if you Google like felon's claw, felon's hook, you can see, what letters and the base.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to teach yourself, but I mean, could be done a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's we're over at 3 hours. So if there's any questions more for Alexza, because I don't really want to keep her too much here because she has her sick child there. So if there's anyone that does have any questions, we'll look for like 5 minutes.
Actually,
and then...
somebody's. It's okay. I mean, they're sleeping, so I'm okay. Boston Christian said, Alexza, can you look at TK writing sometime? I don't have it. Does anybody have anything on him?
I don't have anything.
I don't.
It would be interesting to dig in.
We'll have to wait till he gets arrested and write someone a letter. And then we'll get it.
Yeah,
I can ask my person if they have a yearbook that he has written in.
Okay.
Yeah, like here you had 12 pages.
Yeah.
Getting to know someone in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Very much, Kegan.
Versus a couple scribblings that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean it's hard because usually you need to learn to see their baseline, to see the slant, and here by I think page 4 or 5, you could tell like how his writing changed.
Yeah,
his slant changed. Usually he's a little bit towards the right, and then his slant changed a little bit towards the center.
Yeah.
So this was beautifully. Because it was 12 pages that you can really get into it and really see everything and compare too.
Yeah. When I first seen it, I instantly said, "Yep, that sounds like him." Like meaning, I didn't even question that he didn't write it. I was like, "Yep, perfect." Like just because of how it was said, I was just like instantly, "Yep, that's him." I don't even think I finished the letter at the time, but it just sounded like exactly like something he would be saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tony. I don't know. I'm thinking, how would? I don't know. I know there's nothing on Tony. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask the friend that called Aaron.
On Aaron Mills.
Yeah, and ask him.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To please give us a handwriting.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe his ex-wife or something. Anyone watching this that knows Tony Kline personally?
Yeah,
or
please.
The friend that was
the
married?
letter. We need a letter.
Yeah.
Minimum 1 page, please.
Yeah. But I can't nowadays though. Really, what's the chances? It's only because Kline sits behind bars, he's writing letters. Normally everything would be over text, and you wouldn't actually probably find much unless it was from a long time ago, or maybe a Valentine card or
usually cards you can tell. Ideally you want a letter because you want to see continuity.
Yeah.
You want to see baseline and everything. So usually ideally, even when you do it, for the police and everything, they always say, write at least 3 paragraphs so you can compare. But now that's exactly what my kids say. They're like, why do we have to learn how to write script if we're never going to use it? We have computers.
I know.
You got to learn it. Yeah.
I know, just kind of like calculators they overtook,
I know.
They don't have to use their physical brains to think that way anymore. Because even it's like Siri, what's 41? This makes me laugh all the time when people are like to their watches, Siri, what's 41 minus this? And you're just like,
I know.
Well, I guess that's the way that life is nowadays, eh?
I know.
Technology.
Because I would like to say to my
multiplication.
third grade teacher that told me, you're not going to walk around with a calculator in your pocket all day, every day of your life. And I was like, who's wrong? Who's right?
Yeah. Right? Alexza, maybe for another session, but how do you work an investigation team, for example? Do you prepare a written assessment that they incorporate into an overall suspect profile?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes what they do is exactly what we did, or what you
Yeah.
guys did, not me. Sometimes you go and you get a letter from, if you have a suspect, you get a letter, and you either a letter that they wrote that they know, and you bring it in. We start analyzing to pinpoint, to see if the person, it matches the profile that the police has with the profile that we might think he is.
Do you analyze a lot of confession letters?
Yes.
Because I mean, I figure that's one of the things.
Because they have, the confession letters, especially they're serial killers. They help you understand, especially for the future, and they help us analyze for future, and that's where we learn. What do we see? And like, remember, I told you that most of the inmates, let's say, that are for murder, they have the felon's hook. Like 1/3 of them have it, so it's something that it's very important. Confession letters are something that we look at.
Well, I confess that I didn't sex text Kegan Kline. I confess that I didn't.
It was I know I was in another chat. I forget where I was. I was watching something. I was watching another creator about the Delphi, and it was around this time where this whole thing happened. And I remember that somebody brought up that you were sexting. Kegan. And I said, with all the respect, I'm like, I don't think it's not. I mean, I'm like, I don't think Sonny would have the patience.
No, I don't.
There and not that you wouldn't sext him. I mean, with all the respect, but I mean, I'm like, I don't see her having the patience to do that.
She sexts Deb and I all the time, even though we don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be honest,
you keep telling her to stop.
I know.
Yeah,
it's just so hard. But to be honest with you, one of my first things, whenever a guy would even hint towards talking about something sexual, I said, get the hell out of my life. Because that told me exactly who you were. And if I was sex texting Kegan, which I didn't, obviously, anyone that believes that's an idiot. But anyways, I would be sitting there. I'm usually one to crack jokes about it. I'd be like, what, you having a hand-to-man relationship or something like that? Like, so I would more joke about it. No, that's not my thing. But you know what? Only the gullible and people will believe that crap. Anyone that like wife Lilith, for instance, and I'll just bring her up just for a minor second. I mean, she's grown exponentially, about 18 subscribers, maybe 19 since she's been.
Is that the one that was friends with him, kind of thing?
The one that's trying to say that she's the girlfriend, the Holly.
I don't know, why would you be so proud of saying that you were?
I would be embarrassed.
Their girlfriend.
Yeah,
I would be ashamed.
I would be ashamed too.
I would be like, no, not me.
It's one thing when you're trying to use someone and solicit information because you're trying to play them for a game and stuff like that, right? And it's another thing, and like maybe she thinks that she's so smart and whatever, but either way, she's coming across as pathetic, cheap, and just someone that you just wouldn't believe. Anyone with the name Holly Lowry Cottrell Blackburn, that fits right in there with the whole Cottrell's last name and from the Kegan Dunker side, the whole Blackburn side of the name and stuff like that. It really makes you question. So most people are smart enough, I think, not to take what she says seriously. Like even her latest video that I barely looked at.
She did another. She's back.
Well, I didn't honestly. I don't even really think about her, but I actually went to go look because I hadn't heard anyone say anything to me for a couple of days. Usually someone points it out. So I went to go look myself, and then I was like, oh, there was one here. And it said something like hell hath, and then she couldn't even spell that right, Deb. She put hell haft.
Instead of hell Hath,
Nope.
Hath. She said, hell
Learn
hath.
spell, Lila.
Just like
Yeah.
Kegan did. Just like
Hey.
Kegan said Haft.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Mm.
Right, Lilith?
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
What do you think of his camel tattoo on his toe?
On his camel toe, yeah.
That apparently lost his toenail and looks like there's a red boil on it.
Oh.
Oh.
That's
I don't know. As soon as I seen Kelly put that, I'm like, huh?
And you know, and that's one of the things. And I think I texted you like twice. I emailed you because I was a little bit afraid because I said, I know I have to go there. And I told you, and I didn't want to be kind of disrespectful to Kelly. And I was like, I didn't know. And that's why I'm like, Sonny, I understand that I have to go there and I don't want to be unethical. And, Cole, because I have to mention the boobs and I didn't want to make her feel bad or anything.
Right.
So I was a little worried because I'm like, there's a line that you don't want to cross. And
right. I discussed that with her before, even when she sent it because I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything she was uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
She was a trooper. She was more excited than anyone to hear your analysis.
Yeah,
honestly, right. And you guys would have not seen this. You guys would have not heard those phone calls that she got. So you guys are welcome from Kelly's mouth that didn't say it, but I'm saying it for you. You guys are welcome. Because that gives you insight that you would not even have had. And the whole point is,
but at the same time, I do have to tell you, and I know she did great and everything, but she's lucky because, she put herself in danger. These people are, these people are, you're talking about murdering kids and heavy stuff. She put herself in, and hopefully, she, in this case, she turned out to be a hero and she got the information and she had a good heart and she wanted to do it, but I think she did put herself in danger. And there's something that I know a lot of people want to help with the case, but I think sometimes you have to leave it to professionals to do it and don't mingle yourself in, my personal opinion, because you can get, something can happen to you. Professionals know what to do.
But there's some of us out there that we just go yellow, but true enough. Sometimes,
because you don't know, God forbid, they find her address and they go and they do something to her.
Well, and he clearly had her address because he mailed her the letter.
So not even. So he had the address. Imagine. So it's she put herself in danger, and you guys, I know we all want to solve this case, but we have to be careful too. That we don't do things that you put yourself in danger.
Yeah, don't do that again. But go ahead, work on Tony Kline now. Don't put yourself in danger, though, Kelly. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an informant. You go on the cover and you do it, but it's dangerous. People can get killed for this.
Yeah. So, and honestly, very true, right? Because honestly, there's a lot of nut jobs out there. And honestly, I could care less for myself, but sometimes I had to pause, like especially near the beginning. Sometimes I had to pause for thought because, I can't just think about myself. I have to think about my husband, because you know what I mean? Because you just don't know. There's crazies out there. I'm just sitting there, going, hey, come on, come at me, But in saying that, you have to think of your family and different things as well.
Yeah, you do. You do. I think. You definitely have to you have to be careful. And she gave an insight to him that nobody saw, nobody knew, and it was very it's very helpful because we can understand him better, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Did he, just to ask you that, Adam, you made that comment a second ago, did he spell Haft in the letter as well? Really? Haft.
Haft.
Really?
Very interesting.
Really?
It was one of the first pages.
Really? I didn't notice that. And if I did, biggest red alerts would have went off today. On that Haft in that, because I knew it was like wrong too, but and then Deb was like, notice you spelled that, and I'm just like, yeah, no, because it's how Haft, no fear, but it wasn't something I thought about really, besides someone that obviously didn't know how to say the right expression.
Yeah, he said, it sucks. I'm going to have to register as a sex offender when I get out of.
I know.
Sucks.
Yeah. Like he's really that oblivious.
Life is now.
Well, that tells you a
He
lot.
used, yeah, he used it as a different. He used it as a different in a different way than
Right. Mm-hmm.
wife Lilith is trying to use it.
Yeah.
But it's still the same thing as that I use the word. I never spell halved. It's like if I'm doing it because I don't even know like that. How do you even spell the word half? Really? Like, yeah, if you didn't really know, you go half. But normally I would then go back to spelling it the proper way just so it looked right. Half
Is that
to,
a regional thing, Deb?
you know?
I'm sorry, what?
Is
That
that
an
a regional
Indiana
thing?
thing?
Like abbreviating having to halved?
You're both talking at the same time, and I can't understand what you're saying. What? Say it again.
I said, is that a regional thing? Just like the word halved?
No, but I don't think it is. I think it's just somebody that doesn't have good grammar. You know, it would run together. I have to.
Yeah.
It's just not a very common word people use. Half.
Yeah.
When we're talking,
Right.
you know, very whatever, but it's just not a common word. So that's why that stands out to me so much more that he used it and then she used it. And we all know that, you know, if she knew my name as one of them that was texting, not sex texting for any person watching. But yeah, I texted him just like I texted him last time when he got his phone back. I don't have an issue with it. Basically, you know, but it's one of those things that, you know, it's just definitely a big red alert there because it's just not a common word.
For Sunny, let me just clarify that. She texted and asked him a question or made a comment. She did not sext him or send him any money ever.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Talking about me, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Come on. And if your guys' pea brains are that small and want to believe it, get the hell out of the channel, to be honest with you. Because honestly, I don't put up with that crap. Like, I mean, it does. But honestly, but nobody's ever said anything in here. But just meaning, if you're even thinking about it, grow a brain cell. Because I think you guys would know that I probably would never sit there and do that. When the source is Lilith, that's a joke right there. You know, she's the biggest joke so far in here. Why she's in, like I said, for her to use the word halved and Kegan used it, that really tells me how much she is like right there. She's involved in something. She's asserted herself rather. You know,
but she said that she's known him a long, long time. So
yeah,
people who hang around together tend to have talk the same way, have the same misspellings. You know.
That's why they say, right? You can tell the way you are by the people that you hang out with, right? My grandmother always used to say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's not true, but it is true. Yeah.
It is true. I say that all the time to my kids. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Who you are. Exactly. My grandmother used to say. Yep. All the time. Yeah. That is true.
It's like what's wrong, Lilith? Is the truth coming out? Like, is that, you know, it's like the biggest idiot coming out to try to deter people, and yet it puts like a, you know, freaking bullseye right on you. Yeah. So if you're trying to distract, you're doing a very pathetic job. Because, you know, I had this conversation with someone yesterday about somebody inserting themselves. Let me just ask you guys all this question. If you were involved in murders and you were in a Facebook group, what would you do? Would you stay silent or would you put yourself and insert yourself in conversation? What do you think a normal person would do? Like, like a person that's committed murder. Would you
probably the person who they will insert themselves in because they like to brag. They're braggers. So they will insert themselves in. I mean, and they would probably say more things, you know. I mean, I honestly think, I think going to your answer, yes, I think so. I think they will brag and they would be like, yeah.
I'm actually opposite of that. I think that if I killed somebody,
because you're thinking like us, we're
like a regular person,
normal people. Right. We would be, if I do something, I'd be like if I have it, you know, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't say something. It's like when you do something and be like,
Yeah.
no way, I will never confess. Me, no, never.
Because it's
But
like
people
putting
like
a
that are
target
not
right on you.
normal.
Yeah. So when I was talking to the person, I was just like she said the same thing you did, and I'm like, no, like what idiot would sit there and like put themselves in the middle of a Facebook group so that people can look at them all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But yet you're right, because of the narcissisticness inside of them.
And narcissistic, yeah, they're very narcissistic. That's why they say most of the people that commit crimes, they would always come back to the crime scene shortly. When the police come, they say they're usually around because they want to see that. They are so daring, and especially like cases like this one that are so hard to find the suspect or nail the suspect or whatever you want to call it, that they start basically hunting. They start bragging and sending letters. Sometimes they would send letters to the police. I'm sure you don't think the bridge guy or whoever the murderer is here is not on Reddit or is not even watching shows like this.
Guarantee you.
Of course he
Absolutely.
is. Of course. I will bet you anything that he might even have a subscription to your show.
Oh, I was just waving to the person actually right now. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
definitely. I am like 100% sure of this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what they do.
Of course, because they want to know, like Doug Carter says, that they want to know what we know. Right. And you know what? The thing is like I said, it's just a matter of time. Right. So count your days, sleep well, because your days are going to be numbered. So enjoy that. Steve says, True Crime Web. Steve, he's in the house. Hey, Steve. Coincidence haft is part of a knife, he says. The word haft.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Someone just hit the button, obviously.
So was her post an accident or a threat then?
Yeah.
Which one? Deb?
The one we were talking about, Lilith?
Oh, what do you mean an accident or
The haft.
Oh, the haft? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, very interesting.
I think Lilith, I think like some people have said, like that chick scares me. You don't scare me whatsoever. In fact, like I said, you're pathetic. Like that's all I see is a pathetic person that's trying to either deter herself or whatever. I nobody scares me from the internet to ever try to mess with my brain and stuff like that. Meaning it's pathetic. There's people out there that come in and troll, and that there's people that we have seen that have been attacked from YouTube channels and stuff like that. But I'll never let anyone ever put any fear in me unless I allow it to, and I don't allow it.
Yeah, and why would you insert yourself on something like this? I mean, I understand, if you're like friends with a celebrity, okay, you want to cash in on that. But I mean, on something so dark and it is really creepy. What kind of person is she that she would do something like that? It's creepy.
Probably a very lonely person, to be honest.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of sadness there. But
I got no violin for people like that.
No, of course that doesn't excuse your behavior.
No,
I think I think she's a little bit of the same personality. I think narcissist, that wants to. She doesn't have light on her own, so she has to shine herself by attaching to, latching. It's not even attaching.
Kegan and her probably have that. She probably sees parts of herself in Kegan.
Yeah. But Kegan is a little bit of a double personality. Do you know? I mean, now that I do believe in signs. Do you know what sign he is?
Yeah, he's a
yes, he's a Leo. Oh no, Gemini. Sorry, I was thinking of somebody else.
He's a Leo.
He's a Gemini.
No, Gemini.
You see? Oh, okay.
Because it's May 27th is his birthday, I believe.
Yeah.
And you can see that dual person. Yeah. It's almost like he detaches and he sees himself. And that was like the other girl, the Ashley. She had that too. So, I mean, that is, obviously that's a criminologist. I can't tell you I believe in that. No scientific. But honestly, I have seen, traits of, the signs, like cancers, like you guys are cancers. My kids are cancer. My aunt's a cancer. So I can really see that. you know.
Did you just say how great and
amazing
awesome
people?
counselors were? And aren't they though?
Amazing people.
We could talk about a whole show about counselors, couldn't we?
Cancers.
Oh Lord, please don't get them going.
What about you, Debbie? What are you?
Pisces.
You're Pisces. Pisces is when is Pisces?
It's February and March.
February.
In February.
Okay, my mom is Aquarius, so Aquarius is up to the 22nd, right? Pisces. I don't know if I know Pisces.
I do.
Pisces. When does it go? February. Oh no, I do. My cousin is a Pisces.
Actually, yeah, my mom
February
and
27th.
Yeah.
So he's a Pisces.
Your mom is a Pisces, Sonny?
No, my mom is
my older sister.
Just like true crime Deb up there.
No, my older sister's a narcissistic, very bad person. And she's a Pisces. My mom is March 15th, and she was Pisces as well. But so I'm not gonna lie, Pisces is because of my older sister. When I think of Pisces, I instantly go right to my older sister because you can't help it.
That's what she said about you too.
Yeah.
Oh, she's evil.
Deb's probably like, I met the wrong sister.
Yeah. Lewis is a Capricorn. Pisces rule never. He says.
Yeah, Capricorn. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Capricorn like me.
Because Pisces and certain signs draw to each other. It's just that I've had it like when you have an experience when you know a Pisces, you can't help but go to that. Just kind of like if you hear the name Linda, it instantly takes me back to a certain person in a sense, even though there's a lot of nice Lindas, a lot of nice Pisces, but my sister needs to get booted out to another. What's the most evil of the signs? Needs to go into a different group.
That can have its entire own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek,
Gemini. I haven't had good experience with the Geminis.
Oh, see, there we go. See, let's talk about it. Easy on the Geminis.
Oh my God. No, I didn't say anything.
I'm a Cancer, Carly. July 3rd. My husband's July.
Your husband July. Is also a Cancer? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Is Steve a Gemini? That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's Mrs. Steve?
Yeah, what's Mrs.
She kind of comes off like a Cancer to me. I think Mrs. Steve's probably a Virgo.
Let's see. It's Mrs. Steve. Let's see. Taurus. Oh, see Taurus. Yeah, there's another one.
Taurus.
That was the first abusive guy I was with. Was a Taurus.
My dad's a Taurus, and he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Your dad seems wonderful.
Geminis love to fish. Alexza, what's the difference between narcissists?
I was just going to answer her. Psychopaths are born. They're born physically, chemically, psychopaths with something missing. They believe it's a part of the brain. If I believe right, is at the cerebellum level, that they believe that it's smaller than the rest of the people. So scientifically, it's proven that it's true. Sociopaths are made. So I believe Kegan is a sociopath. I think Tony is a psychopath. That is, psychopaths are. Yeah. Tony was born a psychopath, and narcissists. The narcissists are made. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, so please forgive me, and I'm not trying to step in, but narcissists are made also. Narcissists and sociopaths are very similar, except that narcissists go a little bit more of the grandiose, that grandiose personality. So yeah, so that's the difference between all three.
And Adam, don't forget, we are run by the Pisces moon, just so you know. So we gotta like Pisces.
Oh, so that's why you guys get along.
I love Pisces.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna tell Deb.
Yeah.
I don't like either one of you.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I love both of you. You know it.
No, but I got to get going because it's my husband works tomorrow. It's 10:30. So is there anything else? Hey, because
well,
oh, I'm so sorry. What?
No, I said I know Deb has to get going as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Because I'm having lunch with Daisy and Mel.
Daisy
and Mel from Cold tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm so
jealous.
I'm excited. Sonny, can you do me a favor? Because somebody wanted to contact me, and actually somebody contacted me through the Facebook. Can you do me a favor? Maybe I'll send you my email so you can put my email on your thing if they want to contact, because there were a couple of people asking. Please.
Okay. Are you sure you want to put it out to the world?
The description. I will send you another email. Not my
Send me another email, and then I can put it to the video.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
then, I'll still check it and everything, but
yeah,
I only have one email, but I think I have two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, Christine.
Yeah. Oh my God. So see, we almost made it to the 4 hours. See, it never
fails.
Almost.
It never fails.
Yeah, but you know what though? But we didn't distract you. You were getting distracted. So meaning it was a long letter. I was only expecting you to do a few pages of it.
I know.
And stuff. Yeah, no,
No, it was good. No, and like I always say, I always plan that's why I like doing on Fridays, because I don't have to worry about anything. Like today it was like, oh my God, do I have the lunch ready? Do I have this? But I mean, they're sick, so I don't think they'll be going to school.
Didn't you tell that they had school tomorrow when it is I was gonna say, isn't it Saturday, but it's Sunday.
No, it is Sunday.
Yeah.
I know. This week went like a blur to me. Like really, 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 really. Yeah. I was supposed to finish a case and I didn't even do anything. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Tonight again with my lamp again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Alexza, for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Honestly, I'm honored. Anything I can help you, I always told you. Anything I can
$1 million. Where is it? Waiting for it.
That I have, I can give you. That I can help you with.
I did all the work tonight, so. No, thank you so much.
Again, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Kelly.
Before again. Thank you, Kelly, very much for your for letting us use that information. Thank you for actually everything that you've offered up to give everyone some more knowledge to do with the Delphi case. And even though they haven't deemed a connection yet to it, but I think we all know that there is. And if you don't believe so, well, then you don't, I guess. I find it hard to believe that there's some people out there that still don't believe that they're connected, but oh well, I guess And
I'm honestly, Kelly, like I'm glad, like I told you, I was a little scared because I didn't want to go, and I didn't want to insult her or put her in a bad position or do anything. But I'm glad that we were able to do it, and without keeping it classy and not.
100%.
I'm just amazed for the double D cups that the O's weren't a lot bigger. You know what I mean, like BOO. No, it breaks down fairness. That's all I was thinking was, why are the O's smaller? You think those would be capitalized out?
Oh, thank you, Christine. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is a sign. I mean, it is very fascinating. I always fascinated. I mean, that, and when you also body language, I also do body language, and it's amazing when you see somebody and when you're talking to somebody and you can see all the things that you learn, like all the and when people are lying.
And Kelly said that the nonverbal communication between them was very strong. Like when they had the video conversations.
Yeah, I could only imagine. I mean, can you imagine how scary? Oh, that would be scary. I don't know how she did it. I would be like, oof. I would be scared that the devil would be showing on my door.
Kelly is very expressive with nonverbal communication in general, I think. So I would think that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, again, body language is. I remember all my friends used to call me when they started dating a guy because they're like, we want to know, if he really likes me. And by the shoes, I always tell him, the way you point your shoes when you like somebody, if you point them inwards, you like somebody. So, we used to do that in interrogations also. You can see, when obviously the suspect with their hands are, that's why it's so important, your hands, where you keep your hands when you are talking with the police or something, is so crucial. Well, obviously, if you have nothing to hide, you don't have to worry about it. But if you do have something to hide.
My husband is a psychologist, and my best friend, her daughter's first husband was a total jerk. They ended up divorced. He cheated on her. And so my best friend used to joke around and say that the next time she brings a boyfriend home, she's going to send him to our house and have my husband do a personality profile on him.
Yeah. And he can go even further than I can, because he can go into the 101 to everything. Yeah. It's fascinating.
He's very good. He can meet somebody. He can see somebody and know, but I mean, that's what he does,
Yeah. And that makes him a good psychologist, because usually you can just tell. And that's what I was telling Sunny, I think the first time we spoke, that in my life, I see somebody and I can tell you whether I'm going to like you within the first 32 seconds.
Right.
And if I don't pass the 32 seconds, I will never like you. And sometimes we meet people and my husband's like, you're crazy, you're going to be wrong. And it's taken me with one person of his, it took me 20 years to prove him that I was right.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, you're right. And I said, you see?
Yeah.
You see? Because people eventually will show people will show themselves.
Oh, Adam, do you have your hand up for a reason? Are you secretly talking to Kegan Kline?
No, I was waving to peace, and I was waving to
it's okay. I took it as a wave, but I just wanted to hear. But yeah, absolutely. Like I said, people sometimes get mad at me for judging so fast, but I know myself. When I judge you, it's because I instantly knew that there's something I don't like about you. So I don't care if it takes somebody 5 minutes or 10 years or whatever. It's within that first interaction. It's like Greeno. As soon as that guy opened up his mouth, I was like, you're a piece of shit. Instantly. I was like, you are scum. You're a piece of shit. I think that's all. I didn't even know the guy. I just heard him talk. And I was like, you're a piece of shit.
I saw him once, I think. I saw him in a video, and then he was like going through the woods and everything. But I just saw him and I was like, nah, I changed it. So I don't know much about him because I never gave him the light of day. I didn't care for. He seemed fake. I mean, when people go like, oh, I didn't see it, I'm like, it was all over his face. I mean, you can tell he was a con artist from the get-go. The way he presented himself, everything about him.
Yeah.
No good.
Sunny sees through glasses. Hey, learn to spell my name right, Radar. SUNNY. That stood out the most to me. What's my body language saying? I don't know. Kind of like Lilith, right? See that picture that I had up in that funny video that I made? She's just sitting there like this with the camera. Like, I mean, that was her picture. Because I have to say a big F you. No. F you goes back at you. But it was just kind of like as if, she, like I said, that was her picture she had. Like an F you to everybody, basically. No. So dinner and analysis, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah. Okay. I need to get out of here because I know my husband's going to go, ding. Honey, I need to go to bed. And you guys are really late. I'm 10:41.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, it's almost 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
it's 1:41 here.
Yeah, 1:41. I can hear my husband like walking around.
I'm just trying to make Deb oversleep and miss that lunch tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yeah. Radar was saying that
she has to go and report and say hi to everybody. Say hi to them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, lunchtime tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, I'll be like, oh, hey Deb, what are you doing? Calling like I do every day.
Yeah. Melva, my best.
And I'm gonna be like, it's Adam. I'm not answering.
I'll be on FaceTime like.
If you're not ready for the magic show to be,
Yeah.
well, then you should have come in sooner, eh, buddy? You can you know what? You can go watch it on replay all night long. It's, like I said, I was watching some of Mel's today. Left it because I'm working on something. Went back to it as I was laying down, fell asleep to it. No offense, but I know it was a good live, but like my husband comes in. Next thing I know, he's like, "Got you something to eat? Here's a Whopper," and I'm just like, and then. Yeah, right when I woke up was when it was ending. It was literally catching the end of it. And I was like, in my head, all I could think about was, really, it's still going? How long did I sleep for?
Oh my God.
Because normally I sleep for about 2 hours. Yeah, when I do fall asleep, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, it's still playing. But yeah. So if anyone hasn't watched it, Cold Truth channel, go watch it. Crime Geek and Crime Geek's mom was on, and with Mel from Cold Truth channel. And yeah,
That's gonna be my.
It's very good.
That's gonna be my next thing I do before I go to bed. Well, at least put it on.
Yeah. Cold Truth. I'll just pull it up. Just
Thank
1
you,
second.
Kelly.
I'll drop the link.
Good night, Kelly.
Oh, there she is. Night, Kelly. Is that Kelly Brown? Let's sing goodnight.
Yes.
Yeah. Night, Kelly. Thank you again so much. Yeah, it was a great show, wasn't it? Thank you. And I'm just going to drop quickly Cold Truth's link in there, you guys. And other than that, yeah. So we'll see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
Good night. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Wednesday night is picture night, people. That's what Wednesday night's going to be. I have some pictures that I want to show you guys. Yes, I do.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
I will once again not be here. I'll be on a soccer field.
It's okay. These ones would have bored you
Watching on a
anyway.
soccer field.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said that's okay. I said that's okay. These ones would have bored you anyway. When I get into my whole color things, and actually no, I showed Deborah some of them today, but I want to tweak them all in, and you guys are gonna be like, really? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, really. Just saying. That's my clickbait right there.
Oh my God.
Heaven forbid.
All right.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
All right. You
Good
guys
night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah, take care. Good night. All right.